station, boys and girls. It's time for Blame Phable and his amazing friends.
We take our passions, our fandoms, and we turn them into conversations with you.
Station. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Blame Phable and his amazing friends with Nick Comic Culture. But please, without further ado, help me welcome Brother Joe. Station. What is going on?
My brother. I think you might like this one. You show me everything you got. You keep on dancing and the room gets hot. You drive us wild. We'll drive you crazy. You say you want to go for a spin. The party just because we'll let you in. You drive us wild. We'll drive you crazy. You keep on shouting. You keep on shouting. I want to rock and roll all night and want to party every day. I want to rock and roll all night and party every day. You say you keep on feeling for a while. You're looking fancy and I like your style. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You show us everything you've got. And Brother Phable, you got quite a lot. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You keep on shouting. You keep on shouting. I want to rock and roll all night and party every day. I want to rock and roll all night and party every day. I want to rock and roll all night
and party every day. That was the weakest ass help that we ever gave you, Brother Joe.
Yeah, I know.
But I appreciate you.
I want to rock and roll all night with you guys. I party every day.
That's why we leave the singing to you, Brother Joe. It's in your contract.
Station, Brother Joe, thank you always for singing us in. And thank you for being here tonight, man, on our first night show.
Interesting.
Welcome, everybody, to Blame Phable and his amazing friends with Nick Comic Culture. Of course, I'm always joined by my host, Nick Comic Culture. Nick, how are you, my brother?
Not always, but here I am tonight. Here I am tonight, despite the critics, despite my many critics out there. No, dude, I'm doing great. I'm excited. I like that. The night shows just have a whole different vibe. You know what I mean? So I'm super excited to get going. And man, we got some great guests, man. I can't wait to get into this conversation with them.
Woo, packed show tonight. Tons
Yeah.
of people in the house tonight. Tons of great people in the house tonight. Can't wait to get them out here and start talking about all the stuff that happened this week. But I'm glad you touched on the night show thing. It's always been my dream to have like a show at night, you know, somewhere where I could lay back, kick back, have a little fun, you know, have a little, you know, we always focus on the be excellent part to each other, you know what I mean? But tonight I want to focus on the and party on, dudes. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibes I want to bring to the show tonight. So yeah, great show we got planned. Thanks for joining me, guys. Got a bunch of great guests. So let's just start bringing them out. I got a few panelists joining us. First up, I got my brother. Let's just bring him in. Taqi 616 is joining tonight.
The great one.
Hey, shit. So happy to have you here, Taqi. How are you, my brother?
I'm doing great. It's Friday night, and we're about to party.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Should have had you in the opener, dude.
Hey, Taqi, this is a different
if my tongue
cat.
was longer, I'd stick it out. But no.
This is a different cat. We've done a lot together through the years, but now we're taking over late night. We're taking nights over on Friday night. So
Jimmy Kimmel is on the list, so we gonna make him. There you go.
Oh man, Taq, thanks for joining me, brother. Of course. I got another panel member. He just joined on tonight. He hit me up earlier today. He was like, hey, if you got some room. And I said, for you? Of course I got room. I'm talking about the great Rockin' Robbie.
Holy moly.
I heard a party going on, guys. Yeah, station, man. Let's do it.
Thanks for joining me, Robbie. How are you, man? How was your week?
I'm fantastic, dude. I'm just happy to be here. Thanks for allowing me to join the show tonight, to join the party. It's Friday night, and remember, the nighttime is the right time. So let's go.
There you go. You go. That's how you set it off, my brother.
Is there a timeout in your party, a penthouse to take time with us, or
what?
Is there a timeout? Is there a break in your party? In Las Vegas, is there a party? Thank you for spending time with us,
Brother Joe. You got to pace, Brother Joe. You got to pace yourself, man. The game's not until Sunday. You got to pace yourself.
Yes.
Okay, calm down.
I thought he was talking about Penthouse. I thought he was talking about Penthouse magazine, y'all. I was like, wait, who told you that?
Yeah,
who told you?
I can see you writing articles for them.
Hey, Penthouse Comics coming back.
Number
y'all.
one.
It was just on FOC, and I got one. I got one comment.
Yeah, I got
there you go. There you
Cover
go.
and Deckle, baby. Yeah.
I got this next guest. Well, he's not a
Holy
guest.
Shit.
This guy I want to bring on. Put the joke. This next guy I want to bring on. He's actually joining the show, guys, as a permanent co-host. So the show's growing a little bit. Nick told me from the very beginning. He let it be known. He said, hey, listen, man, I got a lot of things going on the weekends and stuff like that. And, I'll try to give you as much of my time as I can. And he has. He's given us plenty of time. But the times that he can't show up, it's kind of hard to get somebody as a replacement, really. It's really tough. And I hate bothering people last minute sometimes. So I felt like we needed somebody else just in case Nick couldn't make it, somebody that could hold the show up with us. So I'm so happy and so proud of this guy this year. I mean, he just came out and he's been killing it. Of course, he has a show with my brother Missing Link every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. called Supreme Clientele, where they go over different books and stuff like that. I'm talking about my brother, Dr. Doom's fan club, Stu.
Hey, Station
Wow.
Hey.
Rookie of the year, right there, y'all.
Rookie of the year.
Appreciate
Oh,
it.
yeah.
How's everybody doing tonight, man? It's so awesome to be here. So happy to be here with you guys.
We're good now.
That rookie part's not going down.
When you told me you were moving to Fridays a couple weeks ago, bro, I was so ecstatic for the idea. So happy and honored to be joining as a co-host and helping you out. So happy to be here with you.
Oh yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Man. Absolutely.
Thanks for joining me, brother. You show great enthusiasm for what we do over here. You've been doing your own thing, doing your own show, killing it. Your audience is growing week by week, and I'm proud and I'm honored to have you as a co-host of this show, man. It feels good because I used to have two co-hosts during season 2 and 3, or 2 rather, and I miss that. I miss having two guys there. So great to have you on board, man. Can't wait to see what bullshit we get into.
Absolutely, dude. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I can't wait. Friday nights are gonna be so much fun.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But man, before I bring on our guests, I just want to say what up to some of the people that jumped in the chat.
Yeah.
Always, man. We gotta say what up to the people that jumped in the chat. First up, we got my brother Dimension Slip saying, have a great show, guys. Catch you on the flip side station. Hell yeah. I'm a little sad that Dimension Slip can't catch us live. He's over there in the UK, so he's probably knocked out right now.
Yeah.
But Dimension Slip, thanks for leaving us a message before you went to bed, brother. Station. Hell yeah. We got this troublemaker here, Two Gun Pedro, in the house. Saying Phable and his amazing friends. Hell yeah, brother.
Hey,
we got
Two Gun, the gunslinger. He's always hanging around. He's like Have Gun Will Travel. You pay him, he'll be there.
With a Penthouse magazine.
We got panel member Taqi in the building. Station. We got my brother Circumstances in the house.
Hey. What up, brother?
Station. We got our guest of honor in the building saying, I want to rock and roll all night. Hell yes. Station. What is going on? So many good people join us. We got my brother Dr. Plagas saying, hey, yo, I like this schedule better. Thank you, Dr. Plagas.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's gonna be
I'm
good.
hoping it's a lot easier for a lot of people, man, really going forward. We could probably get some more guests on here, stuff like that. We got my brother Verno, Blood Splatter Chatter in the building saying, yes, brother Joe, the party in the penthouse and the Vegas and the what the fuck? Two Gun saying the freaks come out at night. Hell yeah.
Yay.
You like that one, bro. Brother Joe came alive right there. I love it.
You got my brother John, Comics with Kids in the building.
Hey, John.
Hey, what's going on, John? How are you, man? Check out the last Omni X-Men they did. They have our co-host Stu on there.
Man.
He killed it. So yeah, go check that out when you guys get a chance. We got my brother Bronze Age Nerd, friend of the show, in the building saying happy Friday, everyone.
What's up?
Station. Hell yeah. I don't believe any of the bad stuff they say about you, bro.
You should.
You should. Oh man, we got my brother Damien, Sleepy Reader 666 in the house. Station. And Blood Splatter says, let me see this fireworks, Phable. Here it is. What's better?
Hey, let's go.
There you go.
We out here.
That's not scary at all.
Wait a minute. Oh.
All right, man.
It's an Apple thing you don't understand.
You don't understand.
Oh, that's fine.
Let's bring in our guest of honor, man. This gentleman, this is his third appearance on Blame Phable and his amazing friends. When I asked him to be on the show, he said, most definitely, he always loves being on the show. And he also said, it's becoming like my second home. And that like warmed my heart when he said that, because, man, I do feel like this is his second home. This is always going to be a home for you. I'm talking none other than Chris, Lost in Comics.
Man, it's good to be here, guys. Good to be here, man. I'd feel more at home though, Phable, if somehow I made the introduction. Like I want to be on that intro. I want to have a blue ranch. I want to be invited to the end of the year party. But I do still feel at home here, man.
Well, maybe there's something holding you back, Chris.
Working on it. It takes time. Look,
maybe there's.
I wasn't here It took me a long time to get here. Rome wasn't built in a day.
I'm just gonna say, Chris.
I'm here to get on Brother Joe's level. That's all I'm here for.
I'm just trying to say.
Amen to that. Amen to
This
that.
is your second home, bruh. This out of all the other YouTube channels, it's your second home.
Hey.
You know what,
Well, I
Phable?
mean,
I think my
spicy.
power's going out, man. I might have to.
Yeah.
I'm saying you gotta show more love, Robbie. I mean,
I'm always
if you're not
sweet talking
feeling
people,
love,
bro.
It's
I'm all
just
about that
pillow
sweet talk.
baby.
That's right, baby. You know me. You know me, bro.
Oh, man.
Well, thanks for joining me today, Chris. Man, I always love having you on the show.
Love
brother.
being here, man.
And you recently just did this whole award show, this maybe a week or two ago, and it was freaking phenomenal, man. I urge everybody in the chat, if you have not checked out Chris and Pouch on their channel, Lost in Comics, the award show they put on, go check it out, guys. They have creators there presenting, they have creators there accepting. I mean, it's amazing what you pull off. So I just want to know in detail how you did it.
How did we do it?
And
Well,
the email addresses of all the creators and their phone numbers.
basically,
How
You
much
know
did
what?
it really cost you?
the key ingredient, man, is to it's very difficult, as you guys, all of us know, to stay on a schedule. That is the big part of that night. Is you're asking these creators to come on. I'm giving them a time slot. Hey, we're gonna get you on within this time slot.
Yeah.
And so we got to keep that show. I have a schedule. I had a tablet in front of me, and this is the fourth time we've had a production like this. That's gotten a little bit better every year. But I mean, that's the main challenge. Is just, hey, Pouch, don't say too much. I won't say too much. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut, and let's just keep on the schedule, man. But man, it's a labor of love, and I love that show every year. I love that we got to have a couple of these dudes on for the nomination panel, and it just feels like that end of the year, dude. It's just like that. I love the nomination show. I love the award show. We got actual awards this year for the creators, which was really, really cool. I still have some of them sitting here, and I had something.
You gotta send those ones international. That's why
I know, dude. Simon Kudransky. He messaged me, dude, after he was the first one. He's in Poland, and he was real gracious, dude. He's like, don't worry about paying for it. He's like, tell me how much it would cost to ship over here. And I'm like, dude, I can't do it.
That's how you buy good reviews, man. Right?
Yeah.
He's so cool, man.
If only he wasn't so awesome at the same time.
Yeah,
that would be
right.
true.
He also highlights
awesome,
the
man.
three of us here in the center row.
Yeah.
Every single time
Often.
we talk about one of his books. It's just,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
He loves us. Yeah,
He's in the DM for sure. He's a cool
he
dude.
loves us, man. So
How far in advance do you start planning this thing? Like how many months prior, man?
well, Robbie already knew he was going to be on the panel since a year ago, but like last December. You know what? I kind of keep a pulse on who I want to be on the nomination panel, like throughout the year. And sometimes I think that might change. Sometimes it'll stay the same, but that's kind of always in the back of my head. And the award show is always in the back of my head all year, as we're going through reviews. And then when it comes to getting the creators on, I'd say probably about 3 months prior to the show, I start reaching out and just I want to make sure I'm blocking off that date for them, and then I kind of send them reminders, and some of them ask for reminders, and so it's just staying on top of it, and they're so great, man. All those creators that were on, man, they're incredible.
Chris does a great job of putting this thing on, man, and he's right. Like all year long, you're thinking about it. Just the fact that I've been on the show now for a couple of years, like it's always in my head now as I'm doing. And I also do the end of the year list, right? And I'm sure Nick thinks the same thing. All of us that review weekly comics think about this. Like we got to see the trends. We got to see where it's going to shake out at the end of the year because we're ready to do that show. So the preparation for Chris is all year long. He's already prepping for next year's show. I started a catalog of my covers of the week just so that I'm not so stumped. And if you want to add smell of the week, I mean, I got you covered, bro. So that's my smell of the year. Let's do it.
Smell of the year.
Wow. And the one thing I will say is the creators that you had on the show, they were like so grateful and just so amazed, and they just had a blast being there. You can tell that they were genuine fans. And I think outside of comic book shops themselves, we are probably the biggest promoters of their content, you know. So I feel like they really appreciate the efforts that you go through to really put that spotlight on their stuff. Yeah. And they really enjoy the interaction with creators, I hope, you know, especially when we like their books.
Because all they get is that boring ass, you know, Eisner ceremony at San Diego.
Yeah.
No, whatever.
You know what? One of the coolest things, guys, and man, this is really cool. That night when Liana Kangas was on, and I told her, I said, hey, let James know, you know, James Tynion, that he won a couple of awards tonight, you know. And so I got an email from Jaslyn Stone, who works with James, and said, James wanted me to tell you, and he's so thrilled that he won the award, and here's where he wants it shipped, and we want to display it, you know, in his office. And I was like, that is so cool, man.
Damn, that's cool.
That made my year.
That's
so,
that's
incredible, man.
That's so cool.
It's a great thing you do for the community.
Thank you, brother Joe. Thank you, bro.
Your own heart, you know, your own emphasis, your own time.
Yeah.
I mean, they do what they do, but to be acknowledged is a whole different story.
Yeah, and it was the creators love you back, dude. It was so dope seeing, like, you know, Jeremy Adams in the chat and like wearing your shirt, like, you know. That was super dope to see.
I love these dudes, man. And it's like I told you, Stu. It's like Stu sent me a really nice message after and just said how great the show was. And you know, I think all of us here on this and the screen right here, we all put a very positive spin on comic reviews and how we see the industry. And they hear all the voices, right? They hear us, they hear all the negativity. So, you know, to hear that, all that positivity, it's like I told you, Stu, it's like when you sent me that message, the same way that those creators love to hear that, dude, I love to hear, hey, Chris, man, that was an awesome show. And it's just the way the world works, man. And we all scratch each other's back and love on each other. And
you just made me really nervous, Chris, for when I meet Tom King at the beginning of next week.
Everything except that. No.
I hope he's got a sense of humor.
Well, he's got to with those April Fool covers.
Come on, man. You've seen some of these other channels, dude. Some of the stuff that they say about these dudes, it's like, come on, man. Like,
well, I'm sure Tom King already has his file on you, Robbie. So.
Oh, yeah, it's true. I mean, he had that file building for a while, I'm sure.
Oh, man. Well, Chris, you do an amazing job. You and Pouch. I mean, I love the show from top to bottom. I was so honored to be a part of it and do that.
Yeah, dude.
For you, man. I was so nervous.
That was the best part of the show. That was the best part, dude. I love that.
But yeah, awesome. I'm already looking forward to next year, brother. And like these guys said, the way these creators interacted with you, it's like you guys have been friends forever, which speaks very highly of you, my brother. You're doing good work. You're doing good outreach there, and I'm pretty sure they appreciate it because, like you said, it's one thing to get awards from here and there, but from the fans, that's a whole different thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's always been kind of like the goal, man. It's like, yeah, we know the Eisners, we know the Ringos, but who's actually? I like to get a diverse panel, you know, like these dudes here, and people that read a ton of comic books, and let's get a real pulse for people that read a ton and not just. I don't know how they decide all that stuff, the Eisners, and it just doesn't. It feels sometimes very disconnected from what the actual comic community.
It's all a bunch of dumb shits behind closed doors. Just like fucking giving it to certain people.
It's okay. It's okay, Chris. It's Friday night. You can let go, man.
Yeah, man.
I need a little bit. I need to bring this drink down before we start talking crap. But
turn that
Star lost all credibility with me.
Layla Starr?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Man, I agree. When
Yeah,
Ron
of course.
B's been snubbed, Tamara Von Villen's been
For
snubbed
sure.
year after
Yeah.
year, shit like that. Like, fuck that. But you
Yeah.
know what?
Hell yeah.
What comics YouTube? What we are now, like collectively, is Wizard Magazine. What that role
Yep.
was in the
Yeah.
'90s.
I
That what
love
we
that.
do. That's what we do. And one of the parts of Chris's contribution to that collective is the remember the Wizard Fan Awards. That's what he's doing.
Mm.
This is, and this means something, man. It's like Nickelodeon's People Choice is still going. You know what I'm saying? It's important to know that people voted for you. Trust me, I've won awards that people have voted for me for. It makes you feel good, man. It's awesome. You know, it's better than a bunch of stuffy ass people in a room, you know, smoking cigars, deciding the course of history.
Yeah.
I don't think they're smoking cigars.
Chris and Robbie, before you go any further, my contract agreement only says I have to spend about 20, 30 minutes here.
Oh, yeah. We're not paying you overtime this week, Brother Joe. You got to get the hell
I
out of
hope
here.
you guys
And now
have
Stu
a
is part of
great
the
show.
show, so you know you can't get paid as much either. We gotta
You're split. Yeah, Stu only gets half of your pay, so you're already
You each get a half a stick of gum, a half a pack of Starburst.
Love you
The
all
Batman
and
pack of gum.
Station.
Brother Joe,
Peace out.
Station.
Love you, bro.
Kind to one another.
Oh, that sure looks awful on you. All right, so
Oh shit. All right, man. All right. So
No
before we
agenda
get-
given tonight, man. We're just free balling
we
tonight.
free ball it on this show, bud.
Free balling.
Motherfucker,
I
it's
don't know.
Friday night, man.
That's
We've all
right,
been
man.
cooped
What's
up.
your
We're all
definition
iced over
of,
and shit. We're trying to party, man.
Freezing right now.
Depends on what
right.
your definition of free balling is, man. We can take that.
I'm literally free balling right now. You don't even know.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right, baby.
All right, man.
They
Before
just
we
dropped
go
on the floor, man. They just like
As you know, we cover the news here. We got a bunch of cool topics to talk about tonight, guys. But before we get into all of that, let me just say what up to just a few more people that jumped in the chat. We got my brother 62 Lefty Blues in the building saying what up, people.
What up?
Asian, what is up, 62? We got my brother S Vaughn 82 friendly
Hey.
in the building. Much love from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Yeah, you guys got slammed, I bet, with the snow.
Oh yeah,
Man.
crazy. We got my brother Bobby Della Ghetto in the building.
Hey, Bobby.
Station Babo, hardcore station, my brother. How are you? Man, I think I missed. There it is. Station. What did I miss? Eric Terrence in the building. What is going on? How are you? We got my brother Dismay Comics in the building. Station. Hell yeah, we gotta have Dismay back on because he got that new issue that just came out not too long ago.
Just
he
delivered.
posted the pic of all the stacks of books that he's got to mail out. So happy for that, brother. Gotta have him back on.
Congrats,
Tom
bro.
King stays up at night thinking about Robbie.
That's why you
Maybe.
Yeah.
I know he does. I know he does. I'm
got
pretty
Billy.
sure there's a deliberate line of dialogue in Batman Killing Time, like directed at me.
No
Just-
shit.
Yeah.
No shit.
I'll tell you about it another time.
Hell yeah.
Interesting.
What channel is this? Billy says station. Billy, what's going on, my brother? Let's see.
Disney
let's see.
ruined Star Wars, by the way. In case nobody knows.
Brother Joe said, "Thank you for letting me be myself."
But
Hell
also,
yeah,
isn't that
brother
kind of true?
Yeah,
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
kind of true.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So let's get into this week's news.
God, such a dope ass entrance.
It really is. The RKO shit, dude, that's awesome, man. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Who did that? All right.
Who did that? Was that you, Nick?
Wonder, huh?
Nice.
All right, man. So this first bit of news, man, is I think by far the biggest bit of news this week. It's been on my timeline all week. People are still posting about it to this day. I'm talking about Ultimate Spider-Man #1. And not only Ultimate Spider-Man #1, but Ultimate Spider-Man #1 selling out and selling for about $25 to $45 on eBay, which is incredible. I don't think anybody could have predicted this. I mean, I know people ordered heavy I knew there were gonna be a lot of sales on this thing, but not to this degree. But let me just get into a couple details here before I go. Of course, I do a roundtable discussion. So after I get into this little bit of news, I'm going to ask everybody on the panel what their opinions are on this thing, and everybody in the chat, you guys too. You got any opinions on Ultimate Spider-Man #1? Let us know. But yeah, the new title by Jonathan Hickman and Marco Cicchetto, which released on Wednesday the 10th and had 15 variant covers, has completely sold out, prompting Marvel to announce a second print, which releases February 21st, the same day as #2. So get ready to buy 2 issues that day. It's not certain why the issue is selling out, although comic fans will tell you that it was a no-brainer given the creative team. Some fans say it's because they are discontent with the current Amazing Spider-Man run by Wells and Romita Jr., which, by the way, a new jackpot book hit this week, which people are kind of roasting online at the moment.
It's not that bad.
Herm, we love you. Herm's
I
at
mean,
his
you know it's bad.
Herm's at his breaking point.
Yeah, exactly. You know it's bad when Big Herm doesn't like it. Big Herm hit the chat today like, what is this shit?
Everybody
What
hates
is
it?
this?
Really?
Yeah,
Everybody hates
pretty
it?
much.
I was like, I hate the idea, but I was like, it's okay. I mean, it's
Yeah.
Marvel.
Yeah,
Style Age for Hero.
So, my question for everybody on the panel and everybody in the chat is, were you able to find a copy of Ultimate Spider-Man #1? And if so, what cover did you get? You know, which one of these 15 covers did you buy? And how did you like the comic overall? Did you see this comic book selling out the way it did? Did you kind of call it? And why do you think this is getting such a good response? You know, why do you think this is what it is? I mean, is there spec shit involved? Is it whatever your thoughts on why this?
This is a 5-part question. Can you say that again, man?
Is it one
We're
question?
gonna write
Write
down.
it down.
All right. Did you get a copy?
Uh-huh.
What cover did you get? Did you like the book?
Yeah.
Did you think it was going to sell out? And why do you think it's selling out? And I'll start with my brother Nick. What do you think, brother?
I already forgot all the things, but I did get a copy, and it looks great inside of this comic capsule. Get comic capsule
there you
today
go.
to protect all of your comics. Use
Man,
code
here we
Nick
go.
Comic Culture at checkout.
Andrew
to
got
save
to
on
you.
shipping.
Nick, do you have a video about that?
I do, and it's got a lot of views. So I only got to cover A at my shop.
Nice assist, Taq.
Yeah. Use code Nick Comic Culture. We had tons of them. Oh yeah, there you go. So we had a lot of copies. I was only able to get #1 or just cover A. We had a whole shelf full of them though. We actually had some incentives as well, and they were all sold out by the weekend. And I don't know. I mean, obviously we fulfilled all the polls, and then we had plenty left on the shelf, and they flew off the shelf, man. We couldn't keep them on. So obviously people were loving the book. I think it has to do with a bunch of different things. First off, the comic looks great. The cover looks amazing. I think it's going to stand out on the shelf itself. And it was very stylish. And people are interested in the Ultimate line, I think, in general, just because of the success of perhaps Miles in the past or whatever. It might be that in combination with the fact that they might not be too happy with the current ASM storylines. They want to see stuff going on. The speculation based on the cover reveals that, you know, there might be some kind of new family aspect to this, right? Mary Jane, some kids, so maybe they're giving a little bit of fan service in here. But a lot of these covers were absolutely dope, man.
That Nick Klein is fire right there.
Nick Klein is awesome. I think wasn't there like a virgin variant of this one too? All these covers are absolutely amazing. Oops, how'd that get in there? So again, all these covers, I mean, they're absolutely gorgeous. I mean, this is the family shot that I think really the Stegman.
That's my favorite one.
A lot of people were freaking out about that one. You know, we got some incentive stuff, the J. Scott Campbell. So there was a lot of options, a lot of good covers. I think a lot of people were just interested just on the curb appeal itself, but man, make Peter happy again. And that's what we got inside this issue. And I think a lot of people dug it.
There you go. Big Stu, man, what do you think? Ultimate Spider-Man. Did you get a copy? Did you?
I did not. Unfortunately, I was late getting my LCS in there. Yeah, they flew off the shelf. So I'll I guess I'll be waiting for the second printing or I did get a chance to read it and I loved it. You know, it reminded me of these one of these old Wizard magazines I was going through that Marvel had a baby naming contest for MJ back in the day when she was pregnant. And of course that never came to fruition, but just to see him finally get a chance at a family and all that in this issue. I loved it. I loved Jonah. I thought his character was incredible. I loved Ben and his introduction, like, with him yelling Parker and all that. There were so many great moments in it, but I thought it was a fantastic book. I'm glad it's bringing in new readers kind of unexpectedly, and it's a huge smash for them though. I have no qualms about that. So
did you see this coming?
I saw it being a success for sure. Not like a crazy runaway. How many copies are we talking here? Did it sell out? Like, is it Transformers numbers or do y'all know?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, 15 covers. So
it's hard to find the numbers, man. They don't like to give them out anymore.
Okay, fair enough. But I don't know. I saw it definitely being a success, but not a crazy runaway one like it was. But regardless, I'm thrilled. So.
Oh yeah. Taq, man, did you get your Ultimate Spider-Man?
Blame Phable. I found out about the hype from you, so then I was able to find a 1 in 25 for $10.
Nice. There we go.
Oh, that's great.
Just because I don't really trip too much about the grade, it was a very fine copy, which is good enough for me.
Okay.
I did read most of it. I still got to finish it. It was good. It was just my plate. I had a lot on my plate. I don't think anyone saw this coming. And it'd be kind of interesting to see if we have the return of the spec. You specking, bro?
I'm specking, bro.
on that second print. There we go.
Ooh, that was
so,
Robbie,
nice. What I'd like to hear is how many did you order? Not specifically how many, but did you heavily order this book? Because that's going to be a real tell of, did we know that this was coming? Because I think it's all word of mouth.
Yeah, hell
Good
yeah,
reviews.
Robbie, man. Ultimate Spider-Man. I know you got a copy, but
no, I ain't got a copy.
No.
What? No. I mean, I had a copy. I read it and I reviewed it, and then I took it back to the shop. And I was out of work that Wednesday, right? I rarely miss New Comic Book Days, but I missed it for Rom V, right? Rom was coming on the channel, so I took the whole day off to focus on that. And I went back the next day to put it, and I was, everybody should know this, but I don't buy all those comics I read. You know what I'm saying? Like, I buy a very limited number of comics these days, right?
Yeah.
And so I go back and I'm like, where the hell, man? And I'm thinking immediately they must have effed up and put this in the U's or put it in the wrong section because I can't find it on the wall. And so I just put my loan copy where it should be. And I go, hey man, where'd y'all put the Ultimate Spider-Mans? They were like, in the S's. I was like, wait, we did not sell out yesterday, did we? Because me personally, so since I didn't actually buy one, I didn't get a certain cover. So there you go. I was blown away. I ordered heavy on it, Taqi. Like, I thought that I had over ordered. Like, I was so scared that I had over ordered because I was comparing it to my numbers on Ultimate Invasion.
Yeah.
Right. And there was a very lukewarm response to Ultimate Invasion, which signaled to us that the community was not interested in this new Ultimate reboot, except for a certain number. Right? Every store has their own number. Every store has their own percentages, right? I won't give numbers, but I ordered way more than I thought I would need. And that shit sold out like that.
Yep.
Now, I wasn't there that Wednesday to judge who bought what, but I know that it's a lot of the sellout is spec driven. Number one, it's spec driven because they think that they are getting in on the ground floor of the first appearance of a new Spider-Man that may have relevance in a future Spider-Verse project.
Right.
So there's that. Plus there's 15 covers. So some of those covers are going to be rare because I know that retailers, we're sick of this variant cover bullshit. There's no reason for this to have 15 variant covers. Like, we're talking about normal or open order fucking covers and incentives, not exclusives. Like, that's ridiculous. So a lot of us, like, for instance, I ordered very small on all of the variants except for the Campbell one for sure, because J. Scott Campbell sells books, right?
Yeah.
But what astounded me was the demand for certain covers, the overall demand for cover A because all the shit I got on my want list this week is all, I want Ultimate Spider-Man cover A. I want this. I want this. So it's one of the few second printings that I'm going to order heavy on as well.
Yep.
Because the demand is there. What I thought about the book was, I thought the book was great. I loved it. And it actually, in some way, made me more excited for Ultimate Invasion. Because while you're reading Ultimate Invasion, you don't really quite get where Hickman's going yet. Not even by the end of that issue. You're like, this feels weird. It feels different. It doesn't feel like Ultimate Comics. Originally, they were like a new generation's reboot, right? Like, what if the Marvel Universe started in the year 2000? What would it be like? That is not what this is. It's kind of like the maker tweaking with reality, and then he gets taken away for a small time. So there's already an imprinted and implanted ultimate event on the horizon when the maker comes back, right? But it's an interesting story. It was really good. Marco Cicchetto is one of, if not the biggest artist at Marvel right now. And Jonathan Hickman can sell comics. He's a great writer. I always trust him, right? And this was a really cool idea. Like, the maker halted the growth of the superheroes. So there's a logical reason why things are different. Peter doesn't get bitten by the spider until way later, and it's an intentional act, right? And so I didn't think it was going to sell out. I thought I over-ordered, but it sold out. The other thing is this. A lot of retailers right now are not super keen on Marvel. They see the trends, they see the stuff, and there was a very mediocre response to Ultimate Invasion, so a lot of retailers lowered their orders. So I know they didn't hit Transformers numbers. There's no way. Maybe they did. I don't know. Maybe because of Midtown or something.
That definitely makes sense. Yeah.
You know, but a lot of orders were probably lower. It's sold out like crazy. A lot of people buying multiple copies because they think they're getting a first appearance of Jackpot Ultimate or whatever the hell. So that's why I think it happened. But also, I think retailers underordered. I think the spec demand went up, and then I think word of mouth that, damn, this is the best Spider-Man comic in a long time. So, there you go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, yes, the spec thing is always going to be there, but I was thinking that just people want a good story, man. They're just thirsty for a good story, and like you said, people trust Hickman. So I think they took a leap of faith, and it was way more people than we thought, you know. But Chris, man, did you get a copy of Ultimate Spider-Man 1?
I did, man. I did. I got a copy the day it came out. Obviously, had no idea that. I don't pay much attention to all the spec stuff, man, to be honest. I see it on my timeline, and I scroll past most of it. And I did see this week, I kept seeing that book over and over, and like, what the heck? Like, I'm seeing screenshots on eBay of this book going up in value, and I'm thinking, well, it's got to be because it's a great story, right? But I mean, there's a spec market, obviously. It was my pick of the week a couple weeks ago. It was your pick of the week, Robbie, I think, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. Actually, I picked Transformers number 4.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Man, you're bad
Somebody
on that one.
used to always say, a lot of my picks of the week are number 1. So, like, I intentionally sometimes, like, try to... And I thought Ultimate Spider-Man number 1 was good, but, like, Transformers was exciting to me, right? So that's why I gave it pick of the week over Ultimate Spider-Man, which, you know, some people say it's bonehead. I don't care. Like, it's still, like, a really good comic. So is Transformers, by the way. That's a great comic too.
It was good. It was a good book. I mean, there's so much to love about the book itself. I mean, just the headline, man. Peter and MJ being together, like that. I mean, I said it on my review video. How hard is that? How hard was that, Marvel? Like, make him at peace. Make him, you know, like, I think you just said it, Phable. Make his life great again. Like, and now he seems to have all of that, to the family stuff in order, at least. So if something happens to him while he's out fighting, like as Spider-Man, as that progresses through the story, well, at least he's got that rock at home. He's got that foundation, something to go back home to, and he's not just always in turmoil. And when I read this book too, Ultimate Spider-Man, it made me realize how bad ASM is. I mean, it's like you already knew, right? And I've actually been enjoying the gang war quite a bit, going through that event. I think it even made my top 3 on one of the issues of gang war. and I think I said it in my review. I'm like, I'm so thirsty for a good Spider-Man story. Like when I get something half decent, I'm like, oh shoot, this is nice, man. Like,
right. It's pick of the week.
like, man, here we go, man. Pick of the week, baby.
At least they half-assed this one. That's
Yeah. And then you read
funny.
Ultimate Spider-Man, and you're like, holy shit, man, this is so much better than anything that I've read from Amazing Spider-Man. And man,
you know, and it's
how
still
long?
true to the core, right? Because like it's
Yeah.
not just like Peter's not happy when this book starts. He's in a
Right.
down part of his life. He's
Mhm.
going to find some excitement being Spider-Man, but then he's going to find more trouble. Jonathan Hickman knows what makes this character work, you know,
Right.
and it's interesting to see it in a new setting. And it's also just, it's great to see one of the top writers and the top artists collaborating
Yes.
together on this. Now we'll mention this. We'll talk about this halfway through issue 3 when Marco Cicchetto abruptly gets interrupted by some artist whose style is way different, and we'll see what happens. But you know, there
Hopefully
you go.
I
not.
hope that doesn't. He didn't get interrupted on Daredevil.
I think
Couple
there was a couple times. Yeah.
But
There
for
might
the
have
most
been,
part,
but-
no.
But there was
Yeah.
huge stretches of it. You're
Yeah,
right.
we
Yeah.
should get-
Yeah,
we
but
should
then
get-
like when he was gone, they would put somebody like Mike Hawthorne on there, and that's what they keep doing with Jorge over at Batman. And it's
Yeah,
like
it's
you
like,
lose the
bro.
excitement. The art
Yeah.
is a part
Yeah.
of it. They got to start understanding that, man.
Yeah.
When you got these
Agreed.
flagship books, a Spider-Man book, a Batman book, that art cannot be static
That's your priority.
whatsoever, man.
Yeah.
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 You know, you know what? And it's funny because not funny, but I felt like 2023 was a really bad year for Marvel. Like just story wise, I mean, there's definitely some highlights, some spots there. The Hulk, we've talked about some of the other stuff, but man, 2024 Ultimate Spider-Man, and then this week the Avengers Twilight book.
Mhm.
And I don't know, maybe something's going on over there, man. They're starting to. Maybe there's some understanding, like, man, we got to start making some good stories that people can grab onto.
One thing I am worried about for retailers is the hype just on Spider-Man, or is it going to be on the rest? Because after this book sold out, I went back and tried to retweak my orders on Ultimate Black Panther, which I guarantee you has been under-ordered. Probably. If there's a demand there for Ultimate Spider-Man, maybe there's one for this. It's written by Brian Edward Hill. I think it's going to be solid.
Yeah.
We got an Ultimate X-Men book by Peach Momoko. We got Dennis Camp doing the Ultimates. Y'all, get out of here.
Yeah.
It might
That's
be
good.
a
That's
good
good
year
stuff.
for Ultimate Marvel for sure, man.
That might, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't Stefano Caselli doing the art on Black Panther too, or Ultimate Black Panther with
Yeah, with Brian Hill.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
And I
gonna
don't
be-
remember who
yeah.
the artist was with Dennis on Ultimates, but if anybody read Maxwell's Demons or Agent of World or 20th Century Men, Dennis is one of the first homies I made in this industry. You know, like crossing over from writer to he was the first writer to mention me. I was the first reviewer to mention him. So we have like that will always be
Connection.
bonded.
Yeah.
Right? We have this connection. And that dude is so high concept. I cannot wait to see what he does with the Ultimates. And to know that Hickman's curating this line, he's paying attention. You know, Peach Momoko is going to bring people to that X-Men book, right?
Yeah.
Black Panther's going to, I think, be pretty solid. Brian Edward Hill
Maybe.
doing a great job on Blade
Killing
right
it.
now.
He's killing it,
So, yeah.
Blade is so good. Yeah.
There's optimism and hope on the horizon for Marvel, which is something we haven't been able to say in a while, man.
Yeah.
And after you read that Ultimate Spider-Man, you need to go, well, how different is Black Panther going to be? How different are the X-Men going to be?
Yeah.
Now it's interesting and not the same story force-fed to us for years after year.
Right.
Is there any concern that the fact that all this excitement might be coming, might be thrown at like an Elseworld type Marvel instead of main continuity Marvel? Because I mean, like you're looking at the Ultimates, that's not our main continuity. You look at, what did we look at? Twilight. Anybody who
So-
loved Twilight this past week.
So
It's
I
not
was there when
continuity
the
either,
Ultimate
so
books started, right? And Marvel was in a really bad time. They had just a few years before declared bankruptcy. They were in a creative dead zone for a while, but then they had people like Kurt Busiek, George Perez, Roger Stern. There were people that were doing good comics during that era, but not a lot of people were excited or buying them, right? And then they did the Ultimate books because it was kind of like a desperate situation. They were trying to engage a new generation of readers,
Yeah. Why not?
and they were trying to adapt to new methods of storytelling. The way Kurt Busiek writes a story is way different than the way Brian Michael Bendis wrote a story back in those days, or
Yeah,
Mark Miller, right? So like those were fresh, not just fresh voices, but fresh techniques brought in. And eventually with the success of the Ultimate Universe, that bled
Yeah.
into the mainstream Marvel universe. Shortly after that, we're getting New X-Men by Grant Morrison. Shortly after that, they're bringing J. Michael Straczynski in to Spider-Man, which pretty much came up with the concept that launched Spider-Verse, right? So I think that if the Ultimate books succeed, then they'll understand what's working about. Well, I hope somebody would understand what's working about it and go on through it. But at the same time, Marvel has done a great job over the last 10 years of fucking it up. So,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Anything else to add to that, Chris?
Nah, not really. Just no, it's good stuff. I mean, we talked about last year Phable, and we talked about the Spider-Man video game, right? Like, people there is a thirst for a good Spider-Man story, and there's such a big high demand for Spider-Man and his stories. And we talked about last year, like the sale. I can't remember the figures on the sales of that video game when it released, but it was ridiculous. I'm like, is there really that many fans of Spider-Man in the world? And there is, obviously they're not all comic fans, but they're playing the games, they're consuming the stories, and there is that thirst for that property. So it really is. It's only right that Marvel does that character justice in these books, and I finally feel like there's something out there that we can actually grab onto, and that's not this mediocre, garbage that we've been fed for so long.
Well, I like the message that the fans are sending to Marvel. In other words, like, Spider-Man's always going to sell because it's Spider-Man. He's an icon. He's a pop culture, staple or whatever it is. But when you put him in something really good, the money turns up. The video game selling the way it does, this comic book selling the way it does, it's sending the right message, saying to Marvel, hey, maybe if we invest just a little more, if we put a little more talent on this, we can make maybe double what we've been making. This is the message that we need to send to Marvel. Unfortunately, I couldn't get my hands on a copy of Ultimate Spider-Man 1. I chose the wrong time to quit comics. I had to quit comics because I'm moving.
Quit comics.
And Jonathan Hickman's book comes out.
A little strong.
and let me tell you, when I got into the comic books in 2019, it was Jonathan Hickman that pulled me in, right? So if any book that's can't miss for me, it's a Jonathan Hickman book, right? I got Gods, even though nobody talks about Gods. I got all this other stuff.
Nick talks about it.
What the hell are you talking about?
Nick, you talk about Gods? When did you talk about Gods?
Best comics.
Fable doesn't watch our best of, Robbie.
God.
Yeah.
Well,
it's okay.
My bad.
We can't all watch each other's endless hours of entertainment that we provide, right?
Right. But I am happy to say that we do have amazing friends. I have a lot of good people in this community watching out for me. And my brother Eric the Stash Durant hit me up and said, brother, I got the Ryan Stegman cover and I got the J. Scott Campbell cover for you. Heading your way. And then just today, my brother Bobby Delaghetto hit me up and said, bro, I got the last copy of Cover A at Clint's.
Nice.
And I said, my brother.
Hey, well, you sent everybody that message then, right?
It's like now I've got 9 copies.
Wow, that's a
I was
great
like, nah,
idea.
bro, I don't know what to tell you, man. We sold out, man.
Yeah, so
$60.
I can't wait to dive in. I love Jonathan Hickman. I have no doubt that he's gonna make me fall in love with whatever he does. He's amazing. I just hope that they let him do what he does. Don't mess with it. Don't bring nobody that he don't want involved. Don't try to market it or whatever. Let him tell his story, and I think we'll be all right. It'll be a better Marvel for it. So yeah, man. Everybody in the chat, you read Ultimate Spider-Man? Did you get a chance to get a copy? What did you think? First up, we got my brother Comics with Beulah saying, look at these guys, just like me. No date on a Friday night.
My date got canceled because of the ice storm. Okay, I'm just gonna say.
Wow.
Fable can attest to that.
Netflix and chill.
Definitely. We got my brother Manny, Nerdtastic News, in the building saying, station, can't stay, but wanted to say a hearty station to you beautiful bastards.
What up, dude?
Station, Manny. How are you, my brother? Let's see who else we got in the house. We got he's saying cover A all day. Bobby saying cover B for me, and then Eric saying cover C. D's nuts.
Nice.
Proud of you, Eric. Proud of you, man.
Proud of you. We got my sisters. Well, maybe one, maybe both. I don't know. But Melanin Manga is in the house. Station, what is going on, ladies? Thanks for joining us tonight. We got my brother Kevin, Entropy and Comics, in the building. Station, Kevin, how are you, my brother? Thanks for joining us tonight. Let me see. LOL, cover C these nuts. I'm going back and reading that chat. What can I say? I have the humor of a 12-year-old. Oh yeah. I just saw this brother in the chat. Maybe I missed him. Oh, there he goes. Pocan Joe, friend of the show, is in the building. Station, what is going on, Pocan? How are you? Oh yeah, thanks for joining us, man. Dennis Camp on Ultimates has me, I guess, super excited. Hell yeah, man. Blood Splatter Chatter said, new studio looks great, Robbie, but I need about 15% more light on your face.
We took care of that.
Yeah, we're good.
I need that feedback. I got new lights, a new setup. Like, I need that feedback, y'all.
Yep.
That's that comic book read.
I'm worried that my new videos this week were too dark. So if they are, just let me know. Let me know.
They seem to be okay.
All right, man. Let's get on to our second topic here. I only have 2 topics tonight. The rest is rapid fire. And the second topic is pretty exciting too, man. I'm talking about Jason Aaron taking over as head writer for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, man. This is exciting. But let me just get into some details. So, Eisner Award-winning writer Jason Aaron will helm a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles relaunch, starting with a new one-shot, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Alpha #1, on sale in June. And it'll be like a 10-page prelude in this alpha that Aaron is doing. And so far, creative collaborators have yet to be named. Aaron said in a statement that it is a dream job of his, that he used to collect Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles off the rack back with the original Mirage comics. So this is big for him. Aaron, who is known for his work on Ghost Rider, Wolverine, Punisher Max, Thor, and
Great
the
job on
Avengers,
Punisher.
and indie works like Scout and Southern Bastards, and most recently Batman Offworld. This no doubt will be big for IDW given their recent loss of Transformers and G.I. Joe. So I just wanted to go around the horn, of course, and everybody in the chat. Are you excited about the news? And will you be picking up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from now on? Or have you already been collecting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? You know, is this what does this do for you, this news? And what other cartoon property would you like to see given the royal treatment, right? Because we see in G.I. Joe and Transformers given that royal treatment, right? Not that Saturday morning kids cartoon shit. They're putting real writers, real artists, and now with this Jason Aaron doing Turtles, and also isn't there Thundercats coming out? Not too
Yeah,
far.
you're talking about the 170,000 copy selling
There you go.
Thundercats #1.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, so which property would you like to see given this royal treatment? And I'm going to start with our guest of honor, Chris, Lost in Comics, man. What do you think? Jason Aaron on TMNT, are you going to get this book?
I of course I am, man. Of course I am. And man, Jason Aaron, he's been on a bit of a hot streak, man. Like, I feel like ever since it's not like he ever was not a good writer. It's just I think he's on a hot streak ever since Punisher. He had Punisher, of course, Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, the moving over to DC, Batman Offworld. He's on a hot streak. And he's doing Action Comics now. So
Yeah.
Great first
great first issue. I think IDW needed to make a splash like that. I can only imagine after they gave up the property, Transformers, and now they're seeing how well that property is doing. I can only imagine how frustrating that must be after having it for so many years.
They're just like, damn, all we have to
Holy
do is
crap.
get top tier creators on it.
Wow,
Right.
and write good story. What?
They would have done
treat
that
it with
10
some
years ago.
respect. Yeah.
Right.
And maybe, and maybe they're looking
Wow.
at that now and saying, hey, maybe we need to go ahead and be proactive. This is our most prized property in TMNT, and we need to put some great talent on this book. We need to cause some. We need to stir up the fans and get some buzz around this. So Jason Aaron, I'm excited. I'm very, very excited for this. Yeah, I mean he's been on that hot streak, man, and I'm ready to jump on this one. TMNT, man, like I actually have not been reading the ongoing series. I collected the hardcovers, and then I'm very, very behind on them. But yeah, I'm behind. I'm very excited about this. I always read all the extra TMNT. We got the TMNT Saturday Morning Adventures, all the crossovers, Stranger Things, was it Mortal Kombat? Not Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter.
Yep.
That we had recently. That was actually pretty fun. Stupid fun, but that was kind of a fun book.
Yeah. The Usagi crossover.
The Usagi, that was a good one. Usagi crossover.
They crossed over with a lot of stuff.
Man. They got
It's
almost they got a lot
like
of financial problems.
It's almost like once IDW like lost G.I. Joe and Transformers, they like quadrupled the amount of Turtles books.
Yeah.
But maybe having a singular focus on a run, we know we're going to get the Last Ronin, also the second part of that, which is going to be a hit. So that, along with pairing that with this Jason Aaron's run, I think they should just focus on those two titles, and I think that will carry them a long way. As far as other properties, what was the question? Other
what other property, maybe from your childhood or something that maybe has never been grounded or serious in you know what I mean, in another way?
Well,
what would you like to be given this treatment where great writers, great artists are doing it?
Well, they've definitely played with this property a lot in comics. I don't know if it's ever been super successful, but X-Files, man, like there's some good X-Files comics. There's some decent ones out there, but I would love to see. I don't even know who has the license anymore. I know it was IDW at one point. I haven't seen an X-Files comic in at least 3 or 4 years, maybe.
James
maybe longer.
Tynion, Martin Simmons, X-Files.
I was just looking at Simmons.
Yes, dude. I want that.
Kind of for sure. Yeah.
They're already doing it.
Tiny can't even accept his award. I mean,
I want Mulder and Scully though, man. Like I want that back.
Yeah. And the Smoking Man.
Smoking Man.
Yeah.
All of it, man. So
that's a great choice. That's a great choice, Chris. Hell yeah.
That's a good one.
Robbie, man. What did you think about Jason Aaron TMNT? Were you reading it beforehand?
No, I actually read the stuff to like issue 20 something, and it was good, and I was enjoying it, but I just fell behind and never got caught back up. And I think this is brilliant for TMNT, for IDW. Like I said, when they lost Transformers and G.I. Joe, they lost like books they could depend on selling a certain amount, right? And then of course Skybound is superseding that like crazy. I mean, Transformers #1 by Daniel Warren Johnson outsold the previous Transformers book like by it's ridiculous. Okay, it's ridiculous. Let's say I sold one copy of Transformers, the last one from IDW. Let's say I sold one copy. This time I sold like 200. So like it's like the amount of copies of Transformers that was sold was ridiculous, right? So it's genius because they see what's happening. They see that there is a hunger now for these licensed properties. They tried to do this 20 years ago. Dreamwave, Pat Lee was doing Transformers. They were doing a Thundercats book. J. Scott Campbell was doing covers on that. There was a G.I. Joe book. J. Scott Campbell was doing covers of that. Nobody bought that shit. But nobody was buying comics in the year 2002. Right. Nobody was buying comics but me, Brooks, and like Jelani sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just that's what the market was like. But now we got 40-year-olds. 40-year-olds have a little bit more expendable income than 20-year-olds and 30. I learned one thing in my 30s. That was the broke years. Jesus Christ. I thought I would be broke in my 20s. No, it was the 30s, man. But So you got people that are like of the age, the comic book audience. We're in our 30s and 40s.
Right.
That's who's buying comics, right? So now is the time to jump on these properties, especially when you compile that with brilliant creators who care about the property. That's what happened with Transformers. TMNT, IDW, they're realizing that. You got Kevin Eastman's been behind this the whole time. That's been one of the reasons for their success. Now you team him up with, and no offense to Sophie Campbell or any of the other TMNT writers, like Tom Waltz, I think is one of them, but like, come on, right? Like Jason Aaron's a name attached now to this very popular property. IDW knows what they're doing. They're doing it right. And it's giving people like me and maybe even Nick and maybe even Chris who have not been keeping up day to day with this book for like 10 years now at this point, that we now can jump in and add it into our repertoire on our review videos without having to worry about catching up.
Yeah.
Because if they do it right, it's going to be a clear start, a new fresh start. So I think it's great. Jason Aaron, he's a big name. He's got a passion for the property. Kevin Eastman's still involved. The only sad thing to me is rebooting with the new number 1. At 150, TMNT's like one of the longest running singular numbered comics outside of Archie, right? So like, let's just like, I wish they would have kept the 151 trend going. So there is that. But you know, Thundercats is coming out. I have read Thundercats number 1. I watched your conversation last week with Legion of Comics. Declan Shalvey is the writer of Thundercats. He's more than, I think, just an indie guy. He was the guy who created Mr. Knight, you know, for Moon Knight, right?
Hell yeah.
With Warren Ellis. Declan Shalvey understands story. Read Savage Town, a graphic novel from Image Comics. Great. If you love crime fiction, if you like Guy Ritchie early films, read Savage Town by Declan Shalvey. I've read Thundercats number 1. It fucking rocks. It's really good.
Nice.
It's really, it's not on a Transformers level,
Right.
but it's really good, especially coming from Dynamite, and you know they're my friends. But also IDW has one more license. That's Sonic. Maybe would it be crazy if you heard that Jason Aaron or Scott Snyder's doing a Sonic the Hedgehog book?
That'd be
Wouldn't that be
great,
crazy?
man.
Can you imagine Dana Warren Johnson drawing Sonic?
Oh, dude.
How about that?
That would be awesome.
That would be the first Sonic book I would ever buy and read. I'm not even kidding, because I was a
Heck
Mario
yeah.
guy. I never really
All those
played a lot of
lines?
Sonic. Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
That's all you need.
That would be amazing. Wow. Okay, we got to wait
Speed
at least
lines
10 years.
everywhere.
Give him a while on Transformers, right? 'Cause
Yeah. Well,
even
he's
though
gonna fall off soon.
You know, he's
so.
leaving after issue 6 as the artist. He's still going to be writing it, but Jorge Corona's coming in. Come on, y'all. They know what they're doing. They got to keep it in
he's
that
good,
style.
too.
As far as other properties, I would like to see Dynamite. Speaking of Dynamite, they do great jobs with these Disney books. I would love to see a Tailspin book. I have a 5-year plan for Tailspin.
5-year plan.
Okay, I don't, but I could come up with a 5-issue plan for Tailspin. Nick, if you're watching, please. All right. But the number 1 property I want to see come back is Wings of Silver, Nerves of Steel, Silver Hawks. I have a 5-year plan for Silver Hawks. It's basically just doing the show, but tying it all together into one thread. But yeah, Silver Hawks, man, for the win. Come on.
Nice.
Great. That's great.
Oh yeah, I like what you said about the whole jumping in thing. I agree with you because I'm a big Transformers fan, and when I came into comics, you would naturally think I'd go pick up the IDW Transformers that were out at the time. But when I did look that up, it looked so freaking daunting because it's been going on for so long. I was like, I don't know if I should start picking this up now. You know, and then when this happened, this new number 1, I was like, oh, you know, light from the heavens finally. And then G.I. Joe jumped on board, and now we got Thundercats. So yeah, I'm loving this.
That's why the TMT thing works so well. It's not just to time with the launch of Transformers or G.I. Joe or Thundercats, right? But also because that book has gained traction. But a lot of people, like 150 issues is kind of daunting to a lot of people when you can't easily find them.
Yes,
right.
Transformers
So, like,
IDW is like sold out, man.
Yeah, IDW is not the best at keeping their stuff in print, you know, and so that's why some of those classic collections get, you know, even like TMNT, like they got those hardcovers now; those are great, but not everybody's willing to spend $40 on a hardcover to try something out for like 8 issues. But the TMNT books were good when I read them. I heard they got better, and I'm excited for a chance to jump in. This is really, this is when rebooting or relaunching with the new #1 works. Possibly.
Yeah, absolutely. Tack, man, how does the news of Aaron on TMNT strike you, man? You've been collecting. You're gonna collect.
Yeah, I mean, I've been collecting Sophie's run this whole time.
There you go. Boom.
But I don't know if I'm going to continue with Aaron, not because it's not going to be good. I'm ecstatic that they've chosen Jason Aaron. It's just that I hope, and I have a feeling he might be able to write the Turtles in such a way that they rise to the top of my pile, and that I need to read this book every single month, because so many times it just falls to the bottom and it gets lost with everything else. And like sometimes I don't even finish an issue, or sometimes I'm like, I don't remember what even happened in the last issue because I'm paying all this attention to Firepower or Static or Miles or something along. I want Turtles to be like, I got to read this book. It's like Blade. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then I'll continue to buy it. If it's not, I'm going to probably collect it in trade like a lot of people have been doing with Turtles. It was just that when I came back to collecting, I was like, Turtles is the one thing that I missed out on when I was a younger collector, just because all the adults pushed me out of the way.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make sure I had it in my collection.
Yeah. Well, one key element will be who the art teams are. And they said they're going to announce them on Monday.
Yeah.
So you need, and Jason Aaron in his newsletter or whatever said grit and action packed. Yeah. And that's what Eastman and Laird brought. So that's exactly what we need. I'm excited to know who's doing it.
Go.
And he said that he collected them off the rack, the Mirage comics off the rack. Now, that alone makes me excited, because that's exactly what Daniel Warren Johnson said off of Transformers, that he said the 86 movie is one of his favorite all-time movies, period. I'm on that same wave with him, so I knew that book was going to be awesome.
I'll tell
TMNT is set up, man.
Collecting TMNT back in the 80s and early 90s in Jasper, Alabama must have been hard as fuck. Okay, so that dude is dedicated.
That's a lot of Piggly Wigglies.
The adults just push. I mean, there wouldn't be anything on the rack. The adults would be there on Friday, because that's when the books came out back then, and they buy all that shit. And I'm here like a little kid trying to watch. I just saw the cartoon, and they're all gone. So
yeah.
Does Declan kill Snarf in the first issue of Thundercats?
I don't want to spoil anything. I'll tell you this: there is no fucking Snarf, and that's even better, bro.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's like
what?
I don't know.
It's a reboot, like it's a restart, right?
Okay.
But there's different elements to it. And to me, like, I was excited by it. Like I did enjoy it. And I know a lot of people think I shill for Dynamite. I don't. I don't. They pay me to do some shows. They don't pay me for my opinion.
Okay.
And I'm never hesitant to tell them how I feel. But like,
that's the truth.
Yeah. So like, I liked Thundercats. I did. Don't expect a Transformers Transformers Duke or even Cobra Commander level, because I loved both of those first issues, but it was good.
Good time.
And it's got a lot of fun stuff that Thundercats fans are gonna love.
Oh yeah.
So my pick is Zoe Thorogood on Voltron.
Whoa, right.
Bro, I would buy the fuck out of that, dude.
Good choice, Tag.
Yeah, we're gonna teach the Power Rangers what it's really all about.
Yeah, no. Well,
you just throw a Jenny Frison cover on there, and
every single
there you go.
Doing every single issue.
That
Jenny
sounds
Frison
perfect for
covers
Boom Studios, man.
On the interiors, there you go. In the writing.
Hell yeah.
Put a foil on that motherfucker. Get Dan Moore to do a cover too.
I'm not
right?
that hype about foils, but I know what you're saying, man. I know what you're saying. Put some spec on that.
You got to keep the shop's lights on.
Spec on that,
yeah.
Put some spec.
Oh man, Stu, my brother, Jason Aaron, TMNT, thoughts?
Man, so I'm not like the TMT, was my shit back as a kid with the films and everything, but I've never been a big comics reader of it. But I love Aaron. Scalped is one of my favorite books of all time. I love Southern Bastards. I think this is right up his alley, and especially if he's an old school fan of the property, and he's enthusiastic.
Everybody showing it. TMNT
There we go.
Merch.
I'm wearing TMNT pajamas right now,
bro. I got socks on too, man.
Yeah, but it's if he's
You
like
can't
super.
get these two together, Stu. You can't get these two.
No,
I'm
that's
sorry,
fine,
bro.
man. I love it.
I'm sorry, dude.
No, dude, I love it.
Take my sock off right here.
I was concerned for Robbie for a minute. I thought he was
His
falling
chair's
out or
breaking.
something.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, dude. So I'm all for it. I'm excited to see who the art team is, especially if he's describing his action and grit. So
Yeah.
this I echo what Talk said. This has a way of like I've read a couple of TMNT trades, but like nothing really serious. So this has a way of like really kind of probably elevating through my pull pile if it's something special. But I'm excited. I'm definitely excited for number one.
Stuart, I'm giving you homework.
Yeah.
What you
You're
got
gonna
for me,
you're
bro?
gonna get
What you got?
yourself an IDW TMNT Ultimate Collection Volume 1 paperback. It's like $30. It's Kevin Eastman, Peter Laird. It's like the first 7 issues or something like that.
Yeah.
You're gonna get that. You're gonna read it. It's gonna change your fucking life. Okay.
Word. I'm on the Hellboy kick right now. It's my classic.
Put that on hold for a
classic
second.
property.
Hellboy will always be there, but you need to get on this turtle shit right now.
All right,
Man, okay?
all right. Fair enough. I'll get on it.
My brother, what property, man? What property you want to see?
Oh shit! All right, so this is one I barely remember, but I have a fine place for it. Biker Mice from Mars, I
Oh
believe.
shit, that's coming out though.
Isn't
That's
that coming back?
Oh,
Yeah, that's coming.
they're
Yeah.
bringing it back. All right,
Yeah,
there we
Sure.
go.
bringing that one back.
I don't know. I'd like to see like a Shadow remake. I always love that cheesy
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Alec
Yeah,
Baldwin
Shadow's
movie.
good.
Yeah,
I'm digging it.
that would be cool. I know. Does Dynamite still have that property? I know they had a Garth Ennis book, a Garth Ennis Shadow
They
book.
did a
or
while
something.
ago. I mean, they might.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, absolutely.
Was-
My brother Nick, I know you're a Turtles fan. My brother got some slabs of some turtle stuff. So, my brother, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I'm really excited for it. I think Jason Aaron's going to be a great addition to it. I learned a lot from him reading the Punisher run, like a lot of us probably did, as far as how much emotion he can bring and backstory, but keep the action at the same time. The pacing is always really great in that book, so I'm excited to see if we have those kinds of vibes in the Turtle book for sure. I like the fact that he's a big fan. That really helps, So
Yeah,
you guys have really said it all. I'm excited to see where it goes. I will say that I have been reading the current Turtles run since about 130-ish, something like that. There was a new arc, I think, starting around there. And as somebody who didn't read the first 130 and trying to jump in for like the last 15, 20 issues, it was hard as hell to give a crap about that. There were so many characters, especially if your main, I was thinking like the movies, I was thinking the TV shows, and I was thinking the early Mirage runs. And then I jump into like 130 and this run here, and it is so fucking different. You cannot even imagine how many things are changed in that book.
They've added a lot too.
They've added a
There's
lot.
a different connection between them and Splinter, and
Oh yeah, there's a lot. There's other turtles. There's different
It's more of a
dimension kinds of
She-Hulk
shit.
book than
The
it is than classic Turtles.
the Turtles are like actually like reincarnated sons of Splinter,
Right.
for instance. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the whole dynamic has changed. So if your frame of reference is more of the classic vibe of Turtles, jumping in now and finishing up this run is probably not a great idea. So if we get a reimagination, a new number one, like you've all been saying, it's going to be a great place to jump in for people who haven't been paying attention to the current run, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. And the Lost Years and Ronin and all that stuff has been great too. So I think that's. Yeah. There's some hype coming out of those books. I think we just got a hardcover of the Lost Years, I think, that just came out recently, and that's a pretty cool collection. And I think we built up some more fans based on those titles, and they're going to jump on Aaron's run. So I'm excited for it.
Oh yeah. What do you want to see them give the royal treatment, man? Royal treatment.
Man, I had a couple different ones in mind. I want to see a DBZ like comic, to be honest with you. I really want to see that. I mean, I have some of the manga and everything, but I want to see
an ongoing.
Could you imagine Daniel Warren Johnson doing that?
Exactly.
Can you imagine Daniel Warren Johnson doing
any of that stuff? I would love to see a DBZ. I'd like to see like a Samurai Jack. I think that would be cool.
Ooh.
And or like even I know we have Transformers, but like a Gundam would be really fun too. So like there's a bunch of different things they could do, but I think a DBZ ongoing would be pretty crazy with a great creative team.
Hell yeah.
Why not?
What about Rainbow Bright by Daniel Warren Johnson? Wouldn't that be amazing?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Strawberry Shortcake with scratch and sniff covers. Come on.
You're talking my language there, bro.
Scratch and sniff, acetate foil.
Yeah, My Pet Monster, the book by Francisco Francavilla. Let's do it. Guillermo del Toro adapting it to a movie. Let's do it.
That's right. Martin Simmons on Ah Real Monsters. Come on.
Bruh.
Oh, Ah Real Monsters.
How about Jim Mahfood on Doug? Let's do that.
That's awesome.
Yes.
With those friggin' Patty Mayonnaise covers. Yeah.
Sign me up. Take all my money.
Marty Keene on Rugrats. Let's do, I want that. I want bootleg Rugrats, motherfuckers. Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
I'll probably be picking this up just because I'm curious. You know, I don't know too much about Jason Aaron's other works. Only he did The Punisher, right? The recent Punisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. I freaking love that. Yeah.
Raise your hands if you love the Jason Aaron Punisher run.
No, get some deadlifts if you like them.
Nice.
So yeah, if it's more of that, I'm down for it. But I'm more down for it because I just love the Turtles, and I want a nice number one, you know, nice jumping on point, like you guys said earlier. So this is perfect for me. I think the theme of a lot of the things we're talking about is if you give them something good, they're gonna come. You know, there's a reason why Turtles lasted the way it did, or Spider-Man, or any of the things we're talking about. It's because people really love it, but they're not just gonna get everything from it. You got to give him a reason to pick it up. You know what I mean?
It's the in vogue philosophy, giving him something he can feel.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
And when did that change? Like why? I guess to save money. Like I'm like not hiring the best creative teams.
I think they were relying on the IP too much. I think they were taking it in consideration. They weren't. Yeah. They were taking it for granted.
Marvel does the same thing too.
Of course, yeah. So they're if Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spice, if they were on Transformers over on IDW and they put out a new number one, do you think it would have had the same reaction as it does over on Skybound?
I think it was a lot of things. I think just the transition to Image Skybound, fresh start, the new team.
Mark Miller said you got to get big name creators on books to sell books. So you got to hire me for Superman. What the fuck do you think it would be like if Daniel Warren Johnson launched a new Amazing Spider-Man or a Superman book? Think about that. That the names have weight. The creators,
of course. Yeah.
We as a community, those of us who read and consume these books, we care about the art and we care about the characters and we care about the story. That's what we got to do to make these properties that are already popular. They make billions of dollars for these companies. Turtles made so many. Turtles is more successful generationally than Transformers or He-Man or G.I. Joe because they fell out. Turtles has always been there the entire damn time. So like, it's ridiculous. Like if you put a good team, like I cannot wait to hear the artist announcement. And if it's Joe Blow Schmo, I'm going to be so fucking pissed. Man, but if it's got to be if it's somebody with like grit and texture and like, I can't even think of anybody who I would want in that book right now aside from Kevin Eastman. But
can you imagine Dan Mora? Man, what he did with the Power Rangers TMNT cross.
I think Maria the Wolf would be cool.
Jorge would work for me. Jorge Jimenez would work for me.
I was thinking the guy who did Shaolin Cowboy.
Jeff Darrow? Good luck getting it.
It would be annual. Yeah, it would be.
I would handle one issue a year of TMNT if it was Jeff Darrow. I promise you.
I think it needs to be someone really scratchy, like a Nick Klein or something like that. It needs to be somebody with a lot of scratch.
That would be great.
Nick Klein.
I think
that's a good idea.
Jorge and Dan are probably a little too clean.
Jorge's a little bit grittier,
lines are
but
too
I get
crisp.
what you're saying. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I love I just think about the Power Rangers TMNT crossover. That was so beautiful. But you're right. That version was a little clean, but that wouldn't match the.
If they want to take it back to the Mirage days, back to the sewer, you want to feel dirty reading the book just because of the ambiance. You need someone
like what the fuck what has James Heron been up to? I haven't seen a book from him in a while. James Heron
wasn't more Ultra Mega coming, or is that not happening?
Well, maybe, but like, wouldn't he be great on TMNT?
Yes, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That would be cool. Nick Dragata would be cool.
Yeah.
Nick Dragata's good.
Oh,
yeah. As far as my property pick, I probably want like probably like a Captain Planet or something like that.
He's their hero.
But like Dan Mora, they talk about Dan Mora. He could do Captain Planet.
He would work on that.
Awesome.
That would be perfect.
You know, David Papose is passionate as fuck about Captain Planet. He has a whole outline and a Bible and everything ready to go.
Let's go.
I promise you, man, this dude, every time I meet him, we're talking about Captain Planet again, man. That's what happens.
Oh man, so yeah, let me get to the chat, see if anybody got some thoughts on this. My brother Blood Splatter Chatter said Nick talk about gods.
You talking about Avatar? The Jonathan Hickman gods? Dude, Brooks bought every issue of that Jonathan Hickman gods thing, and from issue 1, I told him, like, no, Hickman just got a check for his name. Do not buy this book. He read. Did you read that shit, Nick? Is that what you was? Is that
what you're talking
about?
Nick likes it.
Is it like Blade
Marvel's
3?
God? Yeah, I love gods. What are you talking about?
Oh shit! I thought you were talking about there's an Avatar press called Jonathan Hickman's Gods. Oh my goodness, he did it again at Marvel. I just realized that. I'm not even lying. Look it up. There's an Avatar press book called Jonathan Hickman's Gods that is a really bad comic book that just had like a concept developed by Jonathan Hickman that some other schlub came in and wrote for like 20 issues that Brooks bought every single one of them. Oh, Gods is all right. Gods is all right.
Yeah, I like how it doesn't give a shit about what's going on in the Marvel universe, and it's just going to do its own thing. That's my favorite part.
Well, it's got me scared now because I'm like, what is this building up to? What's this leading up to then? Like, what?
It's going to lead up to the main continuity to be wiped out in Ultimate Universe or Elseworld universes. They're going to take over.
Settle in. Wow, that'd be interesting.
Oblivion's here, man. He's going to wipe out this whole thing.
Gods is the Void Rivals of the Marvel universe. That's what.
I just recently reread all the Void Rivals, all the Transformers. That shit's so good. Void Rivals is better than I thought it was when I reread it. Void Rivals was rereading those 6 issues. Sorry, we're stepping all over your show, Phable. It's Friday.
No, man.
It's Friday night, bro.
It's Friday night. Yeah,
we're rock and rolling, man.
Oh yeah.
All night.
Talk about that. They just released the Energon 2.0 YouTube video. I don't know if you guys saw that, where they're doing the second arcs of all this stuff, and it looks really badass. There's some imagery of Megatron being tied up. And
it's in Cobra #1.
Cobra Commander.
I love how the Cobra Commander and
it's looking really good.
Dude, I saw that shit like 3 months ago. You know how much it pained me not to tell you all that. I kept being like, I know where Megatron is. I know where Megatron is. I could not wait for you.
Robbie, that smile Megatron gives.
Dude,
that's cool. I mean, my hairs went. You guys got to read that book.
It's so good. And what did y'all think about Cobra Commander? Because that shit went into Cobra Law, which a lot of G.I. Joe fans
I love
Cobra
Law.
That shit. So,
I love Cobra Law. Who doesn't like Cobra Law? That shit is awesome, dude.
Hell
yeah.
That's a big blind spot for me, so I liked it.
I thought it was amazing.
Oh yeah.
It was weird science. It's like EC weird science shit, man. I love that, man.
I'm ready for a refresh on TMNT, Dr. Plaga said. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I hope this is just the beginning of Jason Aaron's renaissance. When he's on, he's on. Bobby said Rugrats. Plaga said Samurai Jack. Pocan Joe says Silverhawks or Mask.
Ooh.
Mask is good.
My man Parzival in the house saying cheers from Germany. Station Parzival.
Hey.
How are you? Hell yeah. 20s is all about spending money you don't have. 30s is about the bill coming due. 40s are legit so far.
Ain't that the truth?
My brother Stanka is in the building. Stanka Station. What's going on? Hey, chill out, man. In the house. Station. Still at work, but party on, dudes. I'm listening. Hell yeah, chill. Station. Hope you're getting off soon. My brother Perry Comics in the building. Hola. Just got out the theater. Freaking cold outside.
And that's Florida.
It means it's like 62 degrees.
Yeah.
Perry's like, ooh, even though he's from Jersey. Whatever.
You guys check out and subscribe to Dark Gift Comics, my publisher. Yeah, Billy, go ahead, man. You gotta shill it, man. You got to.
Send me a copy, bro. I'll review it honestly.
I don't even want to read this one. Dark Smurfs when Smurfette tries to escape human trafficking.
Dude, Smurfs by Scotty Young. That's what you want.
That would work.
Oh yeah, that would work.
How are you, Jason? Man, what a great chat we've had tonight, guys. Like 18 to 20 people steady the whole hour and 30 minutes we've been on. This night has been awesome, dude.
Nice. I would also like Scotty Young on Snorks. I think that'd be great.
Oh yeah.
Yo.
Anything tiny and cute.
Hell yeah.
He's
Come
just got it.
along
right?
with the Snorks.
Billy with the great hashtag. Jason.
You misspelled Aaron, bro.
Aaron.
Oh, man. I
L.
want
Ron
to
Hubbard.
dark, introspective Street Sharks by Neil Gaiman.
Dude,
you
that'd be
go.
so good.
All the street sharks. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet Neil Gaiman's got to take if you paid him enough money, man. He'd do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey,
I want to
James.
see the turtle struggle with body dysmorphia.
Oh, come on, man.
He eats like 3 pizzas and throws up. Is Michelangelo? Is that what he does?
Well, listen,
on
I'll
the
give
Double
you this
Strong.
much. James gets it. It's Friday night. This is definitely good shit
Mhm.
right
Yeah.
there. Oh, Nocturnal Miss So, how are you?
Hey,
Stay
girl.
fit.
So
What's up?
Hell yeah, man. Trade Paper Dad also in the house.
What's up?
Friend of the
man.
show, my brother Legion of Comics
What's
in
up,
the
Mark?
building. What up, homies? Hashtag we are Legion.
Declan
man.
Shalvey is the guy doing Thundercats Legion. Okay, Declan Shalvey. He's a good guy. You're going to like
There you
it.
go.
Trust me.
There you go. Got in a tad late. No worries, nostalgic addicts. How are you? Happy you guys are in the building. So many great people in the building. All right, man. Let's get into this quick rapid fire. Of course, rapid fire. I don't go, round table. This is just me throwing out a headline. Anybody wants to jump in, say a comment, maybe something you heard, maybe something interests you. You've been thinking about it. Just go out and say it. Doesn't matter. If not, we just move on to the next headline until we get to the blaming. All right, first bit of rapid fire. In an interview with Codenames Live on Twitch, actress Tatiana Maslany, star of She-Hulk, said that she thinks a season 2 is unlikely, saying, quote, "I think we blew our budget," and Disney was like, "No thanks. Tatiana, I think you blew the show." But that's just my opinion.
Wow.
Anybody got any thoughts on this? No more She-Hulk, possibly, man.
It's a divisive show and it costs too much. Makes sense.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right?
I think with their recent reshoots of Daredevil, I think they're taking a step back and seeing what worked and what didn't. And this didn't work. Good call, in my opinion.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was a good call.
All right. Next rapid fire. Skybound and Image Comics announced the next Universal Monster book in their Universal Monster line of books. And it is none other than The Creature from the Black Lagoon, written by Ram V, drawn by Matthew Roberts, and colored by Dave Stewart, dropping April 24th. Any thoughts? Anybody want to say anything on this one?
Isn't it Ramby? Is it Ramby and Dan Waters? Isn't it both of them?
Yes.
Dan's
Oh,
doing
Dan
the
Waters
scripts.
is involved too? I got Ram V.
Dan is doing the scripts and Rom and Dan are doing the plots.
Oh, that's
okay.
awesome.
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
I'm super hyped for this. I don't know anything about the artist. I know Nick said he was kind of a little bit hesitant because of the art or looking at some of the covers I haven't seen the covers, but I'm super hyped for this for those two writers on the book for sure.
Well, Matthew Roberts did some books for Top Cow before. I think he did Felon with Greg Rucka back in the day. Matthew Clark, I think. Or maybe it's Matthew Roberts. Man, damn.
I think it's Roberts. I think it's
all right.
Roberts.
Then never mind. I don't know who the hell that guy is, but Dave Stewart is coloring it. But you know me, I'm a big Universal Monsters fan. Creature from the Black Lagoon is awesome. This is not an adaptation like what Tynan and Simmons are doing. It's a continuation of the first movie, right? And it's Rom and Dan. So yeah. Come on.
That's a no-brainer.
Something I love that, and I think Rom said it on the interview you did with him, dude, is
go check that out.
These and you guys definitely check that out.
And he's going to be on Chris's channel this week, so check that out.
He is going to be on the channel. Yeah, I'm excited about Thursday night. But he's basically, I think he said something too. He alluded to the fact that a lot of creators sometimes get the assignment of getting this character that's been around for forever, and I think he said this on your show, man. I might be imagining this, but he said it somewhere. But these characters that have been around forever, and a lot of creators get that character, and they don't know how to come up with a fresh story, or they retread a lot of ideas. And knowing that Rom takes the time to ensure that he doesn't do that, and he wants to dig deep and find something new to provide fans, even when he takes a property like Batman that's been around for almost like 100 years, right?
Yeah.
For him to get this Universal Monsters title, it's like, dude, we're in for a treat. And him and Dan doing this together, man, I am stoked. I might even be more excited about this than the Dracula series, and that one has been fantastic. So yeah, this is
I'm
good
more
stuff.
excited than this than anything else we talked about tonight. Like, I'm just gonna be honest.
Cheers to that.
Ultimate Spider-Man, fuck that. Ultimate Gill-Man by Rom and Dan. Let's do this shit. Let's do it.
Well, hey, the way Hoxpox brought me into comics, I think the creature from the Black Lagoon will bring Brother Joe back into comics.
Make a song about it.
I didn't know he left.
Yeah, he's been on a little breaky break here and there.
Interesting.
But I think that'll bring him back. All right, next headline: Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer has become the second most viewed game trailer of all time. This thing just came out not too long ago. We covered it. It finally surpassed the trailer for Minecraft, which had hundreds of millions of views, but it still has not beat the all-time high of Subway Surfers, if you can believe that. Subway
Surfers.
You know that mobile game where you move the guy in between lines? Like
Yeah, sure. Oh, it's that rail game. Yeah.
That has the most views
Really?
for video game trailer of all time.
That's
Subway.
amazing.
It's impossible, right?
Yeah.
How could that be?
Well, just to give GTA 6 some credit, that took 12 years to happen. This thing already has a third of those views in like a few weeks. So I think the GTA 6 trailer is on its way, man.
And you know how you can go in the App Store and you can like click on there's always a video preview of the game and it links you to YouTube. I wonder if like if it hits the top of the charts in your App Store, people are checking it out and they click on the video. So that's a way to get more views too, right? So like,
I think it has about 360 million views or something like that.
Jeez,
man.
Yeah. All right. Next rapid fire. Better Call Saul sets the record for most Emmy nominations without a win.
That's a travesty.
53 nominations. Its last season was nominated for 4 awards. Has not won anything. Any Better Call Saul fans in the house?
Yes. Dude, do y'all watch this? I mean, this is one of the best shows out on television, man. Like, spin-off of Breaking Bad.
I'm not all the way caught up, but it's a crime that like Breaking Bad is so celebrated and this thing has gotten no hardware. I mean, that's a travesty.
It is a travesty. It really is. And that last season was fantastic. I think I don't know if some of these shows that come out earlier in the year, if they suffer when it comes time. I mean, especially the way things are moving so fast. I don't know, man. It just doesn't make sense to me. But I know that Bear did well, and that's a great show as well. But
Yeah, it's like
Better Call Saul needs love.
That's crazy.
That's too much, man. Yeah,
that's insane. But I mean, we could also look at it as a badge of honor. I mean, 53 Emmy nominations. What else do you need to watch this show? Like when somebody recommends it to you.
You telling me that Better Call Saul is Better Call Saul is the Tamara Bond villain of of TV shows? All right.
I was just about to say this is yet another example of these award shows. You know, whatever the heck goes on behind the scenes, but to be nominated 53 times.
Yeah, a bunch of fat, overweight, balding white dudes smoking cigars behind a fucking closed door, deciding the fate of the fucking world. That's what it is.
They need a nomination panel.
They need us.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Next bit of rapid fire. Video game Hogwarts Legacy beats Modern Warfare 3 as the best-selling game of 2023 with 22 million copies sold. Since 2008, it has been either Call of Duty or some sort of Rockstar game, so a GTA or something like that. That has been the number one seller since 2008. So this is the first time another game outside of those two franchises is number one. And this is despite there being a call for a boycott related to, J.K. Rowling and the things that she does online and stuff like that, which I think I'll just comment on this one. I think it's a big victory for against cancel culture. Cancel culture, we always talk about how much we hate it and how much it's dominated to the last decade of our lives. And they try to do it with this video game. And a bunch of people said, we don't care if this lady does this and that. We love this freaking story. We love this damn property. We love it so much. We don't give a shit about anything else. We love Harry Potter. And they let their wallet speak. 22 million copies sold. Anybody play Hogwarts Legacy? Anybody interested?
We have it in the house. Yeah, it's we've loved it. I love that game. Yeah, it's been so much fun.
I haven't played the game or anything, but it just goes to show you that like the outrage warriors on social medias aren't the people that buy the products. So don't listen to them.
There you go.
True.
There you go.
Yeah. Harry Potter's a lasting brand that has a lot of meaning to a lot of people. It doesn't matter what the fuck. It doesn't matter that J.K. Rowling doesn't know how to shut the fuck up on social media when she should, probably. I don't know. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't pay attention to what she says, but I love Harry Potter. It's a great world. It's a great story. It makes a lot of kids that are outsiders feel like they have something special, which they do. So there you go.
Does that run okay on the Switch? I think we talked about it, but I forgot the answer.
It is severely downgraded, but it is the same game, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So you're gonna get the same experience, but don't expect those beautiful graphics.
Oh
from PlayStation and all that. And I mean, like really downgraded, not like it's a lower resolution and stuff like that. I mean, like the assets are different. They couldn't even put some of the textures in there. They had to change the geometry and everything. Yeah. But it's still the same experience. So cool. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, last bit of rapid fire. For the DC fans or the DC movie fans, Witcher star Anya Charlotra, who plays Yennefer Venkelberg in the Witcher TV series, has been tapped to join James Gunn's new DC universe to play Cersei in the upcoming Creature Commandos movie. So anybody interested in this? Another casting news for James Gunn's DC universe coming out?
I'm just ready for the movies, man. I'm tired of all these announcements. I'm like,
me too.
I'd rather not hear anything, right?
I'm start filming and I'm ready, man. Like,
right.
Yeah, we're too plugged in.
Yeah, I had said that before. I'm tired of hearing who's playing who. Just come out with the damn movie.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, that's all the news. That's all the rapid fire. That's everything I got tonight, guys. You guys have been amazing. Love your insights on all the stuff we talked about tonight. And everybody in the chat too. This chat has been freaking amazing as usual. But yeah, let's get to that little thing we like to call the blaming.
Why don't I own this? Why don't I own this?
All right. I wonder who made that one too.
So dope.
That one's okay.
Whatever.
All right. I'm going to set off the blaming tonight because I don't have much to show off. Again, I'm not getting comic books as of yet. I will return soon, but right now I can't. But I did get some figures, and I got some cool ones, and I think you'll like this one, Robbie. Because I saw what you posted for Figgy Friday today. So it's perfect for what I'm going to show off. So let me just make myself large here. There I go. All right.
Large here. There I
go. They came out with these. They've been coming out with these like retro reissues of the old 85 toys. The Transformers 1985 toys. But they've been doing this cool thing that I really like, and they've been rechanging the colors on them and actually coloring them the way they're supposed to look. Because if you're a child of the 80s and you collected Transformers, you collected G.I. Joes, you collected TMNT, you kind of notice none of your toys look like the cartoons you were watching. Especially that first wave of Teenage Mutant Turtles. I mean, that didn't look like Eastman Laird's Turtles. That didn't look like the cartoon Turtles. It's just a whole new creation. But we accepted it because we needed something to play with. But yeah, they're coming out with these retro reissues, and they're recoloring them the right way. And one of the first ones that I got was this Blaster, which is the
Yes.
one that
That's
Robbie
Awesome.
showed off today.
It's so
for Freaky
huge,
Friday.
man. It's awesome, man.
So pretty.
Dude, talk about it. Look at that.
That's so cool.
Yeah. That's the shitty thing about the new ones that I have, the Soundwave and the Blaster, is like they're just like so small. That in Japan was an actual working like mini cassette player, man.
Yeah.
No way.
What?
Yep.
That's cool.
That is insane.
So you know
That's
what we gain in articulation and posability, we lose in size and mass. So yeah, pretty cool though.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it's
That's what
color
she said.
correct, and he comes with his little tape too. I don't know if you guys see that on the bottom there.
Sweet.
Pretty awesome. And of course, I had to get his arch nemesis, Soundwave, man. And this guy comes with both cassettes, Ravage and Laserbeak. And look at him. You know, those are cartoon accurate colors. Freaking amazing.
Those packages are
So
beautiful
cool.
too, man.
Yeah, awesome. And of course, I have a modern version on hand as well. And you can see the size difference there as well.
Jeez.
But awesome.
So,
But yeah, happy to have those. I never had those as a kid, and now I do. And not only do I have them, but I have them looking probably the best that they've ever looked, which is amazing. So yeah, let's go on to my brother Nick.
Oh,
What you got for us for the blaming?
a couple different things. We talked about Dismay Comics earlier, Tales from Town City.
Yeah.
We have
Oh,
that
nice.
awesome B cover. He has the original art for this. When he was on the show, he was showing off the original art for this one. It's like, it's so awesome. So like, congratulations, dude, on another great successful Kickstarter.
Oh, yeah.
One of, I don't know, I just put this one in here. We were talking about Prison a lot today in the back chat. So just one of my more recent pickups. I think I got this at Cape and Cowles, if I'm not mistaken. This is Wonder Woman 71. Just
Nice.
continuing that Prison run right there.
Hell yeah.
Some of you guys were getting this one. Death of Power #3 finally came in for me personally, and this book is intense, guys. So like, if you have not checked out Death of Power yet, from Kurt Burdick, something like that, it's awesome. You gotta check
I
it out.
love
I still
that
haven't read
cover
those, man.
design. The
Oh my
art
God.
design in that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really there's like no dialogue at all. It's like built into the art, right? But like, the story is incredible. It's something else for sure. Two more things. Let me get this out real quick. So I got the Artist Atlas Edition #1, the Joe Manley Artist Edition hardcover. And yeah, this book is crazy good too. It's just, obviously a little celebration of the artwork and some of the stories and stuff like that. So this book is incredible. Actually came out from Fantagraphics, just got it in a little while ago.
Wow.
And it's
pretty.
definitely something I want to, this is not an area I'm very familiar with. And I'm excited to get in here and just dive into this guy's stuff right here. So that one's really cool.
Fantagraphics been doing a great job with those, man, putting out the Atlas books. They started the complete library. Now that they're doing the artist specific ones. Those
Yeah.
are cool, man. Those are
And the quality is awesome too. I
one of the
really,
best publishers, man. They really are. The way they
Yeah.
put their books together is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Man.
it's really good quality. And like, it's like embossed. There's like not
Yeah.
foil, but like, it's like this gloss shine on here. And the's like a matte finish around it.
Yeah.
They do just a really good job making that stuff.
How much
look
does
really
it cost
cool.
on that, man?
It was 75, I think.
Bro, if that was a Marvel book, that'd be 125.
Yeah. And it's big too. So that's cool. And the last I flexed on this a little bit on Instagram earlier, but I got with Madi. He did a little commission for me, and he did like a reimagination of my logo, and he actually sent me the physical
Get out.
copies of this. So I got he made some original artwork. So my logo right now, you'll see this like transparent
Dang.
Spider-Man comic. And so I said, I need you to reimagine my logo, but I need some kind of comic panels in the background as well. So he goes, all right, I got you, man. So he did Spider-Man, Batman.
Excellent.
He did
That's
Steel
sweet, dude.
Streets, and he did Wolverine. And then he redid the comic culture with the mic and
Excellent.
everything.
Oh,
And so then he overlaid all these things to make my little
Hell
logo.
yeah.
So you can check out Instagram to see what that result was.
So
But
dope.
yeah, dude, he sent me the originals too, which I'm like super excited about. So
That's awesome, man.
Hell
yeah, it was really
dude.
awesome. Really
Congrats,
awesome.
dude. That's amazing.
Yeah, so that's really cool. I'm glad he did that. Really cool guy. Commissions are open if you want to hit him up. Let him know what you want.
That is amazing. You don't gotta flex like that, Nick. You don't gotta
Seriously,
flex.
man.
Okay, you don't gotta make me feel that bad.
I don't even want to show my stuff.
I just did a video this morning about his bootleg Spider-Man series. So like maybe I can get one of those.
I think you called Robbie twice tonight with your blaming. I think he's blaming you a few times tonight.
I blame Nick, man.
He's just trying to play it cool right now. He's playing it cool. Stu.
Yeah.
I just got two things real quick. I want to shout out my boy on IG, Roy X Studios. Send me my Hand of Doom.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I'll make sure you check him out. Roy R-O-I-A-K. And then Nick stole my my other one. I just got the
what?
Come on, Nick.
Man.
It wasn't good enough that you pulled out the mighty key, Nick. You had to do this.
I know.
Man.
That's all I got. But also, Roy X.
Man, that's all.
Some cool.
That's all I got.
That's all I got.
You did great, Stu.
Just grab something off the wall, man.
Like he sent me some cool, like old school Prism stickers with my friend.
Nice.
Like the 90s style. Oh yeah. Anyway.
Oh yeah, I'll put those on my Trapper Keeper, man.
Oh yeah.
I swear, one day I'm going to break into your house and steal that Silver Surfer poster off the back of your wall there, because I'm jealous of that thing like crazy.
Silver Surfer Parable.
There we go.
Whoa.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
That ass. This is Phable After Dark.
Going rogue right here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who's everybody's favorite porn star? Let's go.
Nia
I
Long.
wasn't ready.
Nia Long? Nia Long's in a porn? Don't fuck with me.
I wish. Come on, point me to that one. That's your blaming.
Yes,
Stu?
sir. That's it for me tonight. Yeah, man.
That was awesome, dude. That was awesome.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Taq.
That was good.
In Too Deep. That's the name of the movie. She has Boys in the Hood, she has a little bit of a nude scene, but In Too Deep.
Nia Long's hot, bro. She's hot.
Yeah, well, 30 years ago.
30 years ago, she was hot. Last time I saw her.
I don't know why dude cheated on her. He's lost his damn mind. Speaking of losing, I have to follow these. First off, Phable, last time you had Bobby singing, and then I had to try to follow that. Now I got to follow Nick, and then Stu just runs up and like, I don't know what else. Like, I only got this. And,
yeah.
Here you go. I got some dollar books.
Throws up some crazy shit. You're next.
Here you go. Ultimate Spider-Man. Renew your vows.
There you go. There you go.
A great story. I mean, if they, it doesn't hurt that they came back to it. Then we got this one too. There we go.
Ooh,
G.I. Joe Transformers. This isn't a dollar book anymore, but it was at one point.
Damn, they killed Bumblebee back in the 80s.
You know what I'm saying? We gave all the props to Daniel Warren Johnson.
Warren Johnson, right?
G.I. Joe did it first, man.
He looks like a crash test dummy.
He does look like a crash test.
He does look like a crash test dummy. He had his logo and his head just pops off.
Man, we really wanted to see this happen to Snarf.
Yeah, right.
It can still happen, man. I ain't read issue 2.
Here's some Bill Sienkiewicz for you. Why is this in the dollar book?
That's
nice.
Beautiful. Nice.
Yeah, I love it. Love it.
I knew you were messing with us in the beginning. I knew you had something there.
This has all been dope, man.
All right, and then we got some fake Jack Kirby.
Fuck yeah, that's actually a solid book.
This is solid though. Yeah. Solid reading, solid art, and everything, but it's not Jack Kirby, but it's 100 Jack Kirby.
There you go.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And then if you guys saw that movie Predator,
Sergeant Rock.
This is the book. This is the book that the guy is holding in the movie Predator, the first one. Not the actual prop, but a copy of that book.
Nice.
That covers awesome.
The Joe Kubert classic, right?
Yeah. You know what? I didn't even get into the art on it. I was just like, he was holding it. I need to get a copy of that. And then it finally came up from these guys, and I picked up a copy.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then I had to do some. Shook my camera. I had to do some research.
Oh.
So this is the index for the crisis.
I love that.
Bro, I've never seen that, man. I've never seen that.
Cool
How can you never saw this, Robbie?
I've never seen that. Nah.
It's the publishers like ICG. They do all these type of indexes, official indexes too for DC.
That's wild.
From like the back in the middle 80s. So they got like Teen Titans, Justice League. They have a bunch of
whoa.
indexes.
They licensed out like their
that's
like their universe books. Like
I think DC didn't contract them. So I guess you can say they licensed out, but this is before the internet. So we couldn't just Wikipedia flash all this or give me the reading order for this. It came like this back in the 80s.
That's the wiki. Yeah.
So that's not like a reprint. That's like what is it, like a summation of the story or something?
Exactly.
Like
A summation of each story,
thing,
what character appeared, where they last appeared, where they appeared next. It's an index. So
that's cool.
So I was doing some studying for Blue Beetle, and he makes his first appearance in the DC universe in a Crisis event. So I was just following how many issues is he actually in of the Crisis event. So I think there were like 4. So
all right, you got to put that away.
That's George Perez, Bobby. Is that George Perez? That's it.
I don't think it's George Perez. It might be, but I don't think so. I think George is a little bit more cleaner than this.
I don't see it in the hair there. Yeah,
somebody trying to do George Perez.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Just group shots.
I mean, I don't know.
You better put that away before you get people starting to collect indexes and shit like that.
Start specking on the indexes. They run all up on me like
bootleg Crisis Index, man. Let's do it.
And then this is my original art for tonight.
Oh,
so something I've never shown before. Let's see who the artist is. His name is Dave Castor. Maybe Robbie heard of him. Maybe Chris, you heard of him. I don't know. Dave Castor. Nobody. Yeah.
Do you want me to lie?
No, you don't have to lie. I got it. I mean, come on. Who else is going to draw Ted Cord? So
I never heard of him. It looks cool.
Beautiful. Yeah. No, I like it. And the funny thing is like I think it's a wraparound, but I never took it out.
I was about to be like, is it a wraparound, or is this guy cheating you, man?
It's some more original art from him. So
okay. I was about to be like, is that a wraparound, or
I think it's
just cheating you, bro? Because he didn't draw an arm.
Yeah,
he's like, I can't draw right arms.
Took it out.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy if he's like Ted Cord's
extra
like
40
me off on the back cover. He's like,
come on, man, it's a connecting cover. It's a connecting cover.
Should I get a third off? Yeah,
that's funny. Maybe he'll buy a second one with
he's hugging Booster Gold and confirming everybody's rumors and stuff. Okay,
they're taking a fucking selfie right now, man. That's what's going on.
That's a great.
It's like those what the fuck covers that DC did back in the day. Yeah. You remember those? Anybody remember those? Okay.
Yeah. That's the blaming tag.
That's the blaming. Thank you, Phable.
Hey, shit.
That's sweet.
That was awesome.
That was awesome, dude.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Robbie.
All right. Well, I haven't done a proper blaming, aka show and tell, in a while, and I got some stuff that I want to highlight that were gifts from our local excitable PCP crew, like those that are in the town with me. So these were my Christmas gifts. So this was my Christmas gift from Jelani.
Whoa,
that's Duplisso.
Oh, nice,
sweet.
From the Sun Man.
Sid Vicious.
Yeah.
Duplisso.
Is that the Sun Man from Superman 4?
No. Sun Man is, there was a woman whose son was a child of color, and he loved He-Man, but he didn't see himself represented. So she created a whole toy line back in the 80s of minority-based He-Man type figures. This is the only white dude, right? But Jelani bought me the only white dude that's in the line. But it's a really cool line. I'll show it off one day, like in its entirety.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
but, like,
sounds interesting.
Masters of the Universe eventually like did a deal with her and her company, and they are now putting these out as officially Masters of the Universe figures. So
wow.
Oh yeah, there's black characters, there's Native American characters, there's Asian characters. I have a bunch of them already. One of them is named Space Sumo, but at least it's cool, right? This is what Brooks got me for Christmas.
Oh.
It's a book about the history and treasures of ancient Egypt. So it's like images of ancient Egypt and the temples and like the treasure. Shades. Yeah, all that shit. This is Brooks knows me. So Brooks hooked me up with that. That was my gift from Brooks.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
My buddy Kevin Stokes, who I'm doing a new book with, that we are going to be announcing what the book is at MegaCon. So we're less than like 2 weeks away from y'all knowing the announcement. Y'all already know the announcement.
I don't know, Robbie. You got to DM me or something.
Okay. Kevin knows me as well, and he was digging through dollar bins because that's what Kevin, the artist on the book, artist and co-creator, co-writer, he loves digging through dollar bins, and he found this one called Gore Shriek.
Oh,
right. And he was like, bro, you got to check this out. This is totally a Robbie book, right? And it is. It totally is, because it looks so amateurish, black and white. So it was a really cool, gnarly book.
Is that the one? The Gore Streak is the one with that crazy, like, there's this cover for, I think it's Gore Streak, where it's like a skull or a melted face or some shit like that. It's like
I don't know, but look at that shit.
Yeah, bro.
That's cool.
That's dope stuff right there, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Brainiac got me this paperback artisan edition of
That was in my cart.
Bill Sienkiewicz, Moon Knight, New Mutants, and Elektra
Oh, shit.
Assassin. The original artwork, y'all.
See,
Yeah,
Nick got
pretty.
you. Nick got you, and you got him right the fuck back. Good shit, Robbie.
I was about to pull the trigger on that because it was randomly on
Dude,
my
it's
feed.
so good. Dude, let me
Yeah.
show you something. There's actual, like, where you see the paintings, the original paintings, like Elektra Assassin.
Elektra?
You see
Yeah.
the tape up there?
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
that
I
is
gotta
so
get
look at that.
that.
I
gotta-
Sweet, dude.
Why doesn't IDW do more of these in paperback? We can't all afford the $150 ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
true.
And my
That's
last
so
one is
true,
this.
dude.
Mike got me some really cool stuff for Christmas. I'll show all of that off, I guess, Sunday night on Rockin' Robbie Live.
Oh yeah.
But Mike got me these little dudes. You might know who these guys are, Phable. But that guy right there, is that Bombshell, right?
Bombshell.
All right. And then also he got me this dude.
Shrapnel.
Oh, Shrapnel. I didn't remember his name, so that's nice. And then this one is what? Kickback, right?
Kickback.
Yeah. So he got me the 3 Insecticons to go with
Bro,
my Transformers collection.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Bombshell. I had to pre-order Bombshell, right? I pre-ordered him months ago, right? And people started showing off their Bombshells on YouTube videos and shit like that. I'm like, where the hell is my Bombshell? Hasbro Pulse, who I pay $50 a year for free shipping. Where's my goddamn Bombshell? You know what I had to do? I went on eBay, bought Bombshell, and canceled my Hasbro. Both of them. That's how I got that damn figure.
You got to get the 3 main Insecticons, man. If you're gonna if you're gonna have any kind of respectable Transformers collection, you need that.
Absolutely.
But the big highlight of this is look how all my friends know me.
Yeah.
It's awesome to have good
That's
friends
nice.
like y'all, like my excitable PCP crew here locally and out there in the rest of the world. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Phable,
Oh yeah,
Nick,
brother.
Stu, Taqi,
Station, bro.
even you, Chris. I love it. I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you in Charlotte, man.
I'm ready,
Oh,
brother.
yeah.
I'm ready.
Yep.
And Nick's going to be there too. And
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
I think Stu's going to be there
Yeah.
too.
Some surprises too.
We're doing it,
Taqi,
man.
Phable, get on that shit. Come on, man.
doing it.
You guys,
gotta
listen,
make
you
it
guys are
happen.
going to want to be at Heroes.
I
I'm
wish.
telling you.
I wish.
I wish, man.
Hey,
I
listen, if I
understand.
can't make it this year, I'm definitely making it next year because I hope to be more south.
Yeah,
by the
you're
time-
going to
yeah.
make it next
Yeah.
year because you're going to hear about us doing fucking shots with Daniel Warren Johnson. Is what you're going to hear
That's
about.
No,
right.
I'm gonna hear
That's what
about I'm gonna hear about freaking Stu doing the Polar Bear Club or something, jumping in the
In the hotel lobby or something. Yeah.
Oh man, my
We're going to have
can't
so
wait.
much fun, man.
I
Yeah,
can't
it's
wait.
You're awesome, Chris. Thank you for joining us tonight, man. Take
Of course,
us home
man.
with your
Well-
blaming, brother.
Oh, damn. I wish you would have put me at first because I don't got anything good.
Yeah, you're just
No.
hosting comic book award shows with
It's
Dave.
just-
Right?
Exactly.
Right?
You got all you got
Yeah.
all the creators and writers, so you're
In
good.
your
Oh,
DMs,
come on,
yeah.
fellas. Come on, guys. All right, let's start off with my sister-in-law gave this to me for Christmas. It is a Lego Captain America. It sits about 10
Ah.
inches tall. And my son and I
Nice.
put that together. That was a lot of fun, dude.
Aw.
Just
That's awesome, dude.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
really
sweet.
cool.
Look at the articulation.
I like that. I love the size of this, man. 10 about 10 inches.
It kind
Really
of looks
nice.
like Captain America before he got the super soldier serum. And he
Yeah,
just
that's the
puts on
before picture.
costume, right?
He is looking a little puny, but
I thought
Cool,
that
though.
was Kurt Russell's son.
Oh,
You mean Goldie
dude.
Hawn?
Dude. Come
You thought it was
on,
Goldie
bruh.
Hawn?
Come on, bro. All right. We've talked a lot about Turtles tonight. This is the hardcover of The Last
Oh.
Ronin.
Yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful hardcover there. Yeah, Last Ronin. We'll pair that with the Last Ronin figure here.
Oh,
And this
dude.
figure,
That's
I
the
lo-
one. Yeah.
I love this figure. It opens up. Got a little Velcro right there.
Mhm.
Opens right up.
Flexing. He's
Ooh.
Got the
flexing,
goods
bro.
inside.
All you need is a little
Yeah.
remark right there. Little
Look
remark.
at that.
Yeah.
It's awesome,
Oh,
man.
it's so pretty. So you got a little.
Gorgeous.
Love the box, man. The box, just the
Yeah.
box alone.
I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't know this for a fact, but it's the 40th anniversary of TMNT this year.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird might not be considered to be the heroes, like con guests of honor? That would be come
Man,
on,
that would
y'all.
be sweet.
It's
It's
That
going
would
to take
be
a lot to
sweet.
get Peter out, but I hope so.
Even just Kevin. That would be cool, man.
Yeah.
Be a long ass line, especially at Heroes, but it would be fun. Kevin's a
Oh,
great
About
dude.
Yeah, he's awesome.
So is Ram gonna do it, man? Is he gonna make it?
God, I wish, man. We tried to convince him at the end of there, man. We really did, dude.
I heard. He's willing, man. He's willing.
I know. Oh yeah, I got to reach out to those motherfuckers. That's what I got to do.
I got a hotel across the street. He can stay with me. It won't get weird. It won't get weird. He can stay for
Let's
free.
all
I'll
pitch
shuttle
together
him.
and get his plane ticket, and we're
We'll get his
good. If
plane
we can just
ticket.
get his hotel, plane ticket, and
Yeah.
meals, he'll come. That's what he said. As
do
long
it.
as it's paid for, I'll be there. That's what
It's
he
a
said.
Westin. It's a great hotel.
We'll just tell him we got you a room, Ram, and then when he shows up, we're all in the room waiting for him.
Nick, you're at the Westin this year?
I'm at the Westin this
The
year. across
last I
street.
heard from Robbie from Earth 2 and Brian, they are wanting to. They're booking the Westin.
Do it. It's across the street.
Oh shit!
There's only
And
single king
it's
size
where
bed.
it's where everything is after hours. Is at the Westin.
Yeah.
And it's where all the creators are probably going to stay.
Dude, you are
That's where
screwed,
you stayed
Stu.
there last year, Chris. Right?
I
you
didn't
at the
stay,
West-
man. Pouch and I we stayed like at the, dude, I don't even know. It was like 4 or 5 blocks away.
Oh,
So
so did us.
we
Yeah, we had a long walk, man.
were like walking
Oh,
at the
no.
end of the night.
I
but
paid
it
for
was-
convenience this year.
That's nice, dude.
Just do it.
That's
Oh
nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This is not an original, but it is a print, but it is signed by Mr. Jim Starlin here on the corner.
Ooh, nice.
Got that over at actually we had a con here in San Antonio. He was there, met him, super nice guy, but of course creator of Thanos, and there is his signature right there.
That's
That's pretty.
awesome,
Is that
dude.
Thanos with the
Oh, yeah.
Thanos Zord behind him? Like, what the fuck? Why are there 2 of them?
You know, that's wonderful.
Don't listen to Robbie. That's awesome.
That's a question for Jim, not for me.
Yeah, just, Thanos in the back and then them fighting in the front. Okay.
That's all I got, man. That's all I got.
That's
Awesome.
killer, man.
awesome.
That's
Oh,
gorgeous, man. That's gorgeous.
Hell yeah, man.
Thanks a lot,
Great,
Robbie.
great.
Man, I never really paid attention to that till now.
No, I mean, obviously we know why Thanos is there. Thanos is
That's why I
It's
said
a
don't listen to
Thanos
him,
friend. I get it. I understand. I was just making a joke,
it's
man. I don't know. When I get on these kind of streams, I'm like, I'm supposed to make jokes.
He rips
right?
it in half. Like,
Yeah. There,
I'm
now
just
it's-
keeping the autograph.
Stupid fucking Jim
I'm just gonna cut out Jim Starlin's signature there.
No, I know how
I'm
much
just
Jim
kidding, man.
Starlin
That's dope.
charges for his autograph, man. You keep that. Trust me, okay?
He did
Heck
the
yeah.
same thing to me, Chris. I bought a freaking Darth Vader figure, and he told me it looked like the Darth Vader from Spaceballs.
Spaceballs? Yeah.
Lord
It changed
Helmet.
it forever.
I can't
Darth
look at
Helmet.
that figure ever again the same. I look at it, I'm like, he
Oh,
does
God.
have
It had a big head, bro. Come on, man.
Who was drinking coffee? It was
Come
crazy,
on,
yeah.
man.
that would have been
glasses,
awesome.
big thick
If he came with a
glasses.
coffee, that would have been
Oh, that'd be
dope.
great. And some raspberry jam. Yeah.
Guys, great show tonight. Great blaming. You guys have been amazing. This has been a ton of fun. I can't wait to see where
Oh,
we
yeah.
go forward on Friday nights. If this is our first night, the future looks really bright, guys. So before we get out of here, I just want everybody
Get out of here. I thought it was going 6 hours.
Yeah, bro, we're
What is
partying.
the show
man.
over?
What's up with this, man? Come on.
Ah, we gotta leave them wanting more, man. I only do one show a week, man.
Where's the back chat, man? What's going on, man? Come on.
Uh,
Cue the
Oh.
Joker video. We all
I see Ron V
come back.
in the yeah.
Ram
Yeah,
V's
Ron
already
V's
in the back waiting.
Come
Yeah.
on, man.
He's in the chat.
Drop the link.
It's like
Drop
3 in the
it.
morning, 4 in the
Yeah.
morning, or whatever.
He stays up late. We know that. Yeah.
What up, John Stout? How are you, man?
Oh, Stout Station, bro.
Yeah,
What
man.
up?
Everybody,
What up, man?
everybody in the chat, thank you for coming out for our first Friday night show. This has been great, guys. But before we head out of here, I just want all the guys on the panel to shout out the stuff they're getting into this week or the stuff they've already done this past week. And I'll start with my brother, Lost in Comics. Chris, what do you got coming up, brother?
Lost in Comics, fun, loving YouTube channel. We love the turtles. I wish I was drunk. I wish I would have drank more, man. That's all I. Oh,
Yeah,
I want this
should've.
Friday night. I want it to
Learn
be more
this,
drunk
Chris.
filled.
Learn from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had the award show. Man, it was actually just a week ago, but everything goes by so fast. But check that out.
Yeah.
It was a really fun time. Celebration of comics. That's what it's all about, celebrating the creators. Love it if you guys check that out if you haven't already. Every week we do our top 3 video every single Thursday morning that is released, where I break down comic books, give comic reviews, tell you my 3 favorites. And we do have Ram V joining the show this Thursday coming up, January, was that 26th?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
Check
that's
that
going to be 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so 6 p.m. Central. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I don't know what else he's gonna say that he hasn't already said with Robbie, but we'll use it for reference, man. That was a great interview.
You know about Creature from the Black Lagoon now. I didn't know
that is
that.
true.
There you go.
Yeah, that is true.
There you go.
We'll spend
Get
an
us
hour
those
on
juicy
that.
details, Chris. Get us those juicy details.
So really excited for Ram, man. I love that dude. Love his writing. So yeah, he'll be joining us, and yeah, dude. No, thank you for having me, man. This is, like I said, this has become another home for me. I love hanging out here, man.
Oh, yeah,
was
you're
the second
always
home.
welcome.
This time he said
It was your second
You see how
home.
I changed that?
Did you? Oh.
You see how I
That's all
changed it?
good.
Blame
Now this
Robbie.
is another home. This is another.
home.
Wow.
It's okay. It's okay, Chris. It's okay. I know you're
It's all the same.
It's my second home, Fable. It's my
It's
second
all
home,
the
brother.
same.
That's
His
right.
church right now is calling him, bruh, your second home? Like,
Well, I heard Pouch said it was his first home. That's all I got to say.
Where the hell's Pouch? I mean,
I don't know. We gotta get him on
Yeah, we
the
got
show,
you on
man.
3 times before Pouch
Gotta
once.
get him on the
Okay,
show.
okay.
But yeah, man, it's always a pleasure having you on the show. Everybody, go check out that Ron V interview coming up. It's gonna be awesome. Speaking of Ron V, go check out my brother Robbie's Ron V interview. But Robbie, what else you got for him, man?
well, at the same time that Chris is going to be talking to Ron V, me and Nick are doing the monthly comic book review. So watch
bad timing.
live and then watch us after the fact, because we you know, we'll have some great entertainment for you, but you want to be there live for Chris and Rom on Thursday night. Watch us on the replay. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine. So there's that. I did a Marty Keen bootleg Spider-Man video today. I've been doing these like, I've been iced in. So I've been just like reading shit and doing videos about it and shit. Like, so
Yeah.
check those smaller videos out. Let me know what you think about them. If you like them, if you like my graphic novel reviews, you like my single comic reviews, let me know by watching them, commenting. Let me know that you like them. Tomorrow night, I'll be on Dylan's Horror Show to talk about Bubba Hotep. Bubba Hotep's fucking awesome. So I hope you all join us. Rockin' Robbie Live returns for 2024 on Sunday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. And then Monday night, Fable's going to be joining me, and Joe Corallo, and who else? Who else is on that one? Jelani and Brooks. One more person. Can't remember who it is.
The mayor.
Anyway, we're talking about Martin Scorsese's Casino. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, boy.
That'll be fun.
Hell yeah. That's going to be awesome, dude. Yeah, everybody check that out. Robbie makes it a point to get all the New Yorkers whenever Martin Scorsese movie is on.
I try. Oh, Steph is the other one on
there
there.
he goes.
Yeah.
There he goes. I can't wait, brother. I cannot wait. Tax, what you got coming, man? I know it's tomorrow, right? Tomorrow.
Yeah, drop new content every Saturday, about 5 to 10 minutes. So even if my goal this year is to do all 52 weeks, but then I quickly broke that goal last week. But there'll be something new tomorrow.
There you go.
And I'm going to give you a new goal, is to give me your thumbnail before you drop your videos. That's your new goal.
I don't have any thumbnails. That's the
Come
secret
on,
to my
man.
success. I don't have thumbnails.
Oh, man, Tack, it's been awesome, man. I finally
thank
got
you.
you on the show. Even though it was like super last minute, I didn't even know you were coming.
I forced myself on the show. I forced myself.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah,
It was
Oh,
awesome.
yeah, absolutely.
it's all
Yeah.
good.
2 times I've been on a show with Taqi this week, and I'm just so excited. By the way,
Right?
check out our conversation on Do the Right Thing.
Yeah.
Might be the best conversation we've ever had on
that
this.
was
Very
good.
controversial.
Yeah.
Well,
A bunch of assholes in the chat.
there were 2 people that got
Like this
banned from
one.
the channel. I'm not gonna lie. So
It's
Gotta
all
check that
good.
out.
So good.
That was a great
My
one,
brother, Stu, man, my new co-host, man. We're gonna get into some new adventures here this year.
Yeah, man,
Can't wait to
kick
get
it.
into them with you, brother. What you got coming up, though?
Absolutely, but yes, Supreme Clientele came back this week. We're back this Tuesday at our regular time. Going to be discussing a couple of new comics, but also some more of the Marvel Knights era. So come and check. Like Robbie said, like, subscribe, come hang out in the chat, comment. Let me know you're there. Be a part of the show in the chat. We'd love to have you guys. Tuesdays at 9 over on the Dr. Doom's fan club on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, and y'all go check Talk out, man. He's selling himself short. Those Death by Dollar Bin videos he
Awesome.
does are amazing. So,
And
yeah.
don't sleep on this guy as a reviewer either.
yeah, no shit.
Appreciate
It's
it.
so cool to
Appreciate
like 2 times in a row this week. Stu was on our Do the Right Thing
Yeah, he
video.
was there too.
Y'all
Yeah.
need to check that out. We had
Yeah.
probably what I think was the greatest conversation we've ever had on PCP Movie.
Yeah, you guys had a great,
Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
great show that day.
Manny was there too as the only black man on the panel.
Yeah. I like that. You brought that bit.
What about Jelani?
That's the whole point of the movie. What about Jelani?
But yeah, Stu, man, thanks for joining us. Thanks
Absolutely, bro.
for
Thanks
being
for
a part
having
of the show going forward, man. I can't wait to see what we get into. But my co-host, Nick, who finally clocked in this year.
Had to. It's like starting the semester and you're given like a few times you can be absent from the class, right? And I took them all in the front half. Yeah. So now I got to show up.
Yeah. What you got, brother?
Regular scheduled programming, man. Got new release videos. We got Final Order Cutoff with cadets, and then we have the comic book haul, and then we have Nick at Night, Saturday night, 7 p.m. Central Time, reviewing all the books I got. I need to start kicking in the key comic flip throughs because I put out about 20 of those last year, and I need to start knocking those out this year and start increasing that playlist a little bit. And to be honest with you, I'm slacking so hard. I have 30 something titles on the floor over here for best of 2023. And I know it's a late ass video at this point, but it's going to come out at some point. I got to put it together. There's just so much to talk about when it comes to that stuff, man. That video takes a lot of energy to do.
Going back over the year, there's so many books. I do not envy that task of trying to like boil it all down.
And I've watched everyone's so far, and I'm just like, it's like we're all like 80% aligned, right? And what's great is that 20% that hits our radar that we never even thought about doing. So just trying to put that together, and don't know what it's going to look like yet, but it'll come out eventually. But and I can't wait to hopefully join more of these Friday night shows, dude. This is going to be great. I love the time, and I love the vibe, dude. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Are you at 2K yet?
No, Road to 2K on YouTube right now. So if you haven't yet, hop over there. I'm probably like 70 away, something like that.
There we go. That's
it's been a long time coming for sure. And I really appreciate everyone's shares and likes and comments, and members are awesome. And you guys are amazing. So thanks so much for the support over the years and just being cool and helping me out for sure, guys. I appreciate it.
Nick,
it's not easy.
I was just gonna say shout out, dude, to all your revamping all your graphics and your
my grading scale and stuff like that.
Scale, dude. I mean, it looks great, man.
No, I appreciate the feedback, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. Yeah.
It's beautiful, man.
I try to
just don't get a big head, okay? Because you got a Mighty Keen logo now, and you're at 2K subs. You're still needed and wanted on Blame Phable, and it's amazing.
I'm gonna try to get Daniel Warren Johnson to redo my logo. That's what I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna threaten him at the Heroes Con.
Stu's already got
it
a
worked
plan.
out.
Yeah, we already got a plan. Eric's gonna film it. I'm gonna dude. Yeah, it's exciting times. I love switching things up. And
my bootleg Spider-Man. Thanks, Robbie. There you go.
Tell Marty Keene that you bought that book because of me. Please tell him. Please. Tell him.
Get the Pop Culture Philosopher discount on checkout.
We don't have one, but like,
not yet.
Just tell him. Just tell him. He's a cool dude, man. He's so cool.
Yeah, he's great. He's great.
He's one of those creators that I honestly discovered just wandering a con. You know, like I kept telling you, like he was next to Jim Rugg, and I kept looking at his shit, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And like Nick's like, "I've been telling you about this guy." I'm like, well, "I wasn't paying attention." I'm sorry.
Bobby doesn't watch my stuff. It's okay.
Kind of like how he read Gods on the.
Yeah, right. I was just about to say that. I didn't know he read Gods. Bobby doesn't know.
Man,
it's all good, Robbie.
It's okay. It's hard just to put content out, much less watch everything all the time.
I was thinking about the Avatar press gods. It's a different thing.
That's okay.
A different thing.
Maddie also has digital copies available of his work.
Mm-hmm.
That's a rarity because like Daniel Klaus, you can't get Monica digitally, or Ghost World even. So
really, Ghost World's not available digitally.
No. Nope.
That's crazy.
You can get that trade.
Ghost World's like $12.99. Like,
I mean, it's available
digitally,
but you don't pay for it. You get it for free, but you might get a virus though too because you're not protected. So
I wonder if Daniel Klaus is anti-digital. I wonder.
He might be. That's what I'm wondering too.
He might be.
He might be.
Because he's old school. He likes his books are made very well. All of them. Like
I could get it to a certain extent, but you like Blackula by Rodney Barnes. That's not available digitally yet, but eventually it probably will be. But if Ghost World isn't there, I don't think Monica will ever be there either. Damn. Anyway, sorry for the digression.
That's okay.
I love some Daniel Clowes talk, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's Friday night. That's how we do it, and that's how we're going to do it going forward. But yeah, thank you guys again for joining us. Thank you, everybody in the chat. We had a great, great chat tonight. There's only one thing left to say. Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes.
Go Bills.
Where's my brand?
Go Pack.
The Peach Memo Go!